When you want to get off the darkest ground,
Asshats.
but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, gravity pulls you straight down.
Hello.
Hello.
Yay.
And we're back on Zoom.
Negative.
No.
I'm
Well,
better for
actually,
being here. How about that?
It's been a rough day for my family.
Yeah.
Oh.
We lost an aunt to cancer today.
Oh,
so,
no.
Oh.
So sorry.
Yeah. Well, she had an extra 7 years longer than she thought she was going to live. So
Oh.
that's good.
That is good.
Yeah. So.
Hi, Purple. Hello.
Yay!
Drink. You're hey, Jess. You're already like
somebody already started.
70 or so behind.
Yay!
Yay!
In time with the video and not just by watching it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. No, don't start with me. God
Furry
damn it.
balls.
I am really inappropriately named BM Furball. BM has nothing to do with bowel movements. Furball has to do with my last name. But I am a YouTuber and a silly person that randomly shows up in people's side streams, and I have not put out a video in about 5 months.
Liar! You put one out today.
Until today.
God, let him finish.
Until
Jeez.
today. So last year I did a experiment where I rebuilt the Cavendish in a spare bedroom in Korea. And now I am doing an experiment on whether moonlight causes a cooling effect on the things on the ground. And thank you to Sean for all of your input. Yesterday I put out a video on the concept of my my experiment that I'm going to be running over the next couple months. All input is very welcome. Hi, Dick. I see Dick in the side chat. I see Dick a lot. But that's
I'm
just
sure
me.
you do.
Every time you go to the bathroom.
Dick.
That's it. Yeah.
Uh,
So, but that is me. I would put a thing in the side chat with my channel, but YouTube doesn't allow that for right clicking, and I'm too kind of lazy to go find it myself. But thank you very much. I'll put it in there some other point. And I've drank too much, so back to you, Jess.
Hey, Fur. Your
Yes,
wife
Jenny?
told me your wife told me the BM stands for big member. Is that true?
Oh, close. So the BM is initials. The furball is initials. So the initials are BMF, as in bad motherfucker.
I don't
Okay.
think that's what your initials are.
no.
They literally are my initials, but I'm the whitest guy that cannot pull off that statement.
Are you
Yeah.
stereotyping?
Yes, he is.
In that particular instance, I don't think it's stereotyping. It's pretty true.
So
Yeah, it's-
I do want to apologize to the chat and Furball. Hopefully you don't have to do your whole intro again.
No! Did you cut me off?
I didn't cut
God
you
damn it.
off, but apparently I don't know how the live stream was hearing us at all. But I had all the audio muted in OBS.
Oh,
Oh, good lord.
yes.
But somehow or another, they were still hearing us. I just don't.
Cool.
If they did, Jess, if they didn't hear any of that, thank you. I've drank too much.
Well, my
Oh,
microphone
geez.
says that it's muted, but
We're cutting
I have
your
no
pay.
idea.
Yeah, you know. Darn it. Oh well. Well,
Must be because the video's switching over to me. So
yeah, I don't know what's going on, but hey, at least everybody could still hear us for the most part. All right, so with that, hopefully everybody heard BM's introduction, but next we'll go over to Jenny Morgan.
Hi. How is everyone
Hi.
tonight?
Good.
Fantastic.
Oh, good. Well, I'm just hanging out, having a good time. Actually, got out of the house today. We went all the way to La Crosse, which is like 25 miles,
Ooh.
and I picked up
Hope
my
you took a car.
my prescription refills. Yes, that's why I had to wait because I didn't have my car. My car's broken.
Mm.
So if anybody would like to buy me an alternator, I'd be happy to take it. And then we went to the Eagle Watch Park on the Mississippi River and watched eagles. And this really big one came and just flew down like right next to the vehicle we were in, maybe 20 feet away. It was just gorgeous.
Was it a
Nice
bald
sunny
what
day.
eagle?
was it?
Oh yeah, we have those all over the place here.
How
They're just
cold
another
was it?
bird. There's so many of them.
Oh, we had a few of those when we were living in Missouri, in the forests, and you'd see them
Yeah.
occasionally, but not.
In fact, we found out that they taste a lot better than your average chicken too.
Oh my god!
Jen.
Yeah. Yeah. Did I say something wrong?
A little bit, yeah, kind of, sort of.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Sort of.
Smoked or fried?
Anyway, we'll go on to
Well,
the next
we
introduction.
usually poach them like we do the spotted owls.
Well, poaching is a good word.
Well, let's head on over to Mom NATO for the introduction.
Hi, folks. How are you?
Fantastic.
I am, as most people know, Tornado's mom and moderator.
Yes, definitely.
I keep it under control.
Affectionately known as Mrs. Duct Tape.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, it's great to have you here with us, Mom NATO.
Thank you.
And while we're at it, let's go over to another lovely woman in the chat. We'll go over to Jen with one N.
It's Auntie Jen.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Nice to
Yeah,
see you again.
more of the same.
Hello.
Well, it's nice to have you here with us again. We do appreciate you
It's
coming.
good to be here. Lack of sleep the last couple of days is wrecking my brain, but I
Oof,
like
yeah,
being
that's
here.
a little
So.
rough. Well, we're glad to have you here with us. And last but not least, we will go over to another wonderful lady in the chat. We'll go over to Glober Mom.
Hey.
Hello, Glober Mom.
So what's up?
My
More
ceiling.
No, the ceiling. That's right. More the same with me. Just working on Minecraft videos because I'm putting them out on Mondays and Thursdays. So
Awesome.
kind of a
Well,
little change of pace from stupid.
yeah, they've been fun to watch. I've definitely been enjoying those.
Thank
so
you.
Keep
Thank you.
working on that if you can. That's awesome.
Oh, I plan on it. I may do some other videos in between, but for right now, that's Minecraft.
Awesome.
I love Minecraft, and I hate to say this, but my children are so much smarter at Minecraft than I am, and they're 7 and 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Well, I've been
tends
playing
to
it
be
since 2009, so I can,
Have they built a redstone computer yet?
I don't know. Somebody probably has.
Yeah.
No, see, my kids don't go in depth like that with the
Oh,
technological
okay.
stuff. They just build giant snowmen.
Oh,
Hey, it's good for your creative juices.
It is.
They're very creative.
Well,
That's good, though.
good. So let's head on over to some more of the gentlemen in the group. Oh wait, we don't have any of those.
There's the other male in the group, though.
That's true. We'll go over to Chris Kelling. We haven't heard from him yet.
yes. Good evening, and great to be here. And to commemorate the drink counter, I have some Fat Tire. It was either going to be Adams, Samuel Adams, or Fat Tire, and I went with the Colorado brand instead of the Massachusetts.
There you go.
Well, that works.
But-
Whatever floats your boat.
That's right.
And so from there, we will go over to Tornado. Hello, Tornado.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tornado, and I'm currently working on a big rocket in Space Engineers.
Awesome.
So, in
Good to
case
know.
any of you
Awesome.
hear any welding noises, that's me.
Very good to know. Thank you for coming.
I fully expect to
Tornado.
hear you start ranting when the computer overheats again because
I want to.
no,
I
no.
want to see you weld.
Is,
It won't
is
happen.
that what he's calling his when he punches the cobra? Is that hearing
No,
welding
no,
noises?
I was wondering when that was going to come in.
I spent
We're
the
like
last
5 minutes in. Just saying.
I spent the last 2 days fixing his computer.
Okay.
I installed all the hardware updates that he needed. I blew out his computer. I got rid of any programs that he didn't need or were taking up too much memory. So yeah. If his computer shuts down from overheating, I will kill him because he's done something to break it again.
Mhm.
Well, good to know. All right. Well, with that, we're gonna
I
go
did.
over
I
to.
did. I did suffer a minor trauma today.
Uh
Oh,
Yeah, I chipped a nail.
oh.
I was gonna say, did you
Oh,
break
no.
a nail?
Yeah, I did. It was. Look at. See.
come on.
And none of the nail salons are open.
No.
No, none of them.
That stinks.
I cut my finger too.
Oh.
Aw.
Paper
I cut
cut.
I cut
Yeah.
my finger trying to clean off a new blender we got.
Oh,
then
you
I-
cut it on the blade.
Oh yeah, it was on one of the blades, but
You're
then I
supposed to
also
turn
cut
it off
this
when
one
you do
too.
that.
This one
Give
too.
him.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Terry.
but fingers heal. Nails are gone forever. It's really sad.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's how they work.
Kitty, kitty, kitty.
Well, they grow back,
God.
but it's not the same nail then.
It's still a nail.
All right. Well, let's head
you
on
say
over
anal?
to. No.
A nail.
Moving on. Let's head on over to Terry Davies for his introduction here.
Stinker.
All right.
Stinker.
What's up, Terry?
It Everything's up at the moment.
Well, I'm glad you're up, isn't it?
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Now
there you
you
go.
look right.
That's
It
better.
there
lasts
we
for
go.
more than 4
That's
hours.
better.
Oh, jeez. What is it?
I'll just hang around.
What is it, like noon there, or 1 actually? 1 p.m. your time?
No, it's 2 o'clock nearly.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, you're
Your
a ways
minutes are the same as mine, except for the hour.
ahead. Yeah.
I thought Australia used metric time.
Oh my god.
You know, 10 hours in a day, 10 minutes in an hour,
Oh my
10
god.
seconds in a minute.
I'd say 100 minutes in an hour would be.
Well, we're glad to have you
Oh,
with
well,
us
yeah,
again,
I'm
Terry.
sorry, I forgot. 100 hours in a day.
Last but not least, we'll go over to Sean Hufford.
Oh yeah, I am here, ain't I?
Yeah, I guess so.
Only a little bit.
Hi, Sean.
Hello.
What? He's in his own microphone this time.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
it is.
That's because we have a house now. We has house.
You're
We
not
do
in the
have
same
house.
room anymore?
No, and it's sad. I don't like it.
Aww.
Your mic quality is very nice, Sean.
Well, yeah, that's why I like to use my mic whenever we were in the same room. I tell her to mute hers.
We
because
have the
mine
same
is so
exact
much better.
mic.
But mine is set up properly.
Oh my god.
Your room acoustic, Sean, your room acoustics are much nicer. You have no
Yeah, he's
no
got furniture.
resonant
in his.
echo at all.
Yeah.
It's nice and flat.
I don't have any. I have hardly any furniture in this room, and it's hardwood
Yeah.
floors, so I echo like a mother.
Plus, she's in a square room, and this room is like got all kinds of weird angles to it, so it breaks up the sound really nicely.
Hmm.
Does her room have random wires hanging all over it, though?
No,
No,
my
that's
wire
mine.
management looks much better now.
That would be my computer desk. There is zero
Yeah.
wire management.
Exactly, but it's funny because the bedroom that he's in is has all these slanted roofs, and he has to duck, and I don't. So
There's all these what?
Well, you know, there's benefits to
slanted
being
roofs.
short.
Oh,
Roofuses. That's multiple roofs.
Ceiling is.
Yes. So we're glad you're here another week with us, Sean. And
well.
you had your live stream a couple
I
days
get suckered
ago.
into it.
Oh my goodness. Suckered into it.
Gladly suckered into it, I'm sure.
Mhm.
Sean, you could either be doing this or laying in bed. Well, there's a woman in another room just raging in hate.
Well, technically, you're halfway there, for a while. She is in another room raging hate.
Oh, fuck you.
In bed, that
Oh,
raging
my.
in hate would be at you. Because you know what? I feel that every Saturday morning when my wife gets up to feed the kids and dogs and I stay in bed. And I
Yeah.
just
Oh, dear.
feel it. The hate that is raging from the bottom floor of my house.
So she acts
Well-
like Cece's wife. Is that what you're saying?
God, you're an idiot.
You're lucky. You have a wife.
It's true.
When Tornado was younger and I had to get him up to feed him breakfast, I didn't have anybody to take over. So I had to be up no matter what. So
Well, see, you should have got yourself a wife.
Yeah.
I don't want
I
a
really
wife.
need a wife.
Don't want a
Not
wife.
just a regular wife, a good wife.
Yes.
I've got a good wife.
How could you
Okay, well,
not
I
want
just
a
had
wife?
a bad husband then.
Oh wow, I can actually read
But
it.
see, Mom Nato, if you train him right, he will be the wife.
Hello.
It's true.
Tornado, don't talk with your mouth full.
All right. Well, I just brought up our wheel here, so everybody should be able to see the wheel.
Yay!
Dinos!
This is a red, or well, purple letter day anyway, because we got the drink counter, we got
Yes.
we got Zoom back, and we
yeah.
got the wheel.
Yeah,
that
we
can
are
read.
we are back on Zoom, so please make sure you panel that we're using our hands.
Yeah.
Use your hands appropriately
Talking
tonight.
to the hand.
For what?
Don't use your hands for
By the
other
way,
things.
I forgot to,
alls I
I forgot to
heard-
say, Terry.
All
Hi,
I heard
Terry.
was make sure we're using our hands, and so all I'm thinking now is I want to punch you over.
Using your
have at least one
hands
hand
I'm gonna
free,
have
okay,
that
guys?
held
Come
over
on.
my head forever.
appropriately.
Yes, you are.
I'm using my hands in the most appropriate way. Sorry.
Glad it's off
Oh
camera.
my goodness.
As long as you have one hand free, that's all we ask, okay, guys?
And both feet on the floor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, let me head over here real quick to this window. So many windows. I've got more tabs than a flurf.
You
High
gotta put the
IQ
stirrups
research.
away.
AIQ.
I still think high IQ means that he's high, and that's what his IQ is at that point.
That could be. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
if we're let's go over what we have on the wheel tonight. We have Seal, and not like the singer.
The singer?
No. We have
Darn. That would
dinos.
be
That's Sia,
interesting.
isn't it?
We have
That's
dinos, and we have pressure. So those videos
Under
are
pressure.
dinosaurs from the Jurassic Planet X planet. The U.S. seal missing from White House podium. Beast system takeover.
Jeez.
Those are both our favorite, Dr. Claudia Albers. And
Claudia
then
Albers.
Seal missing from what?
White House podium. It's the Beast system takeover.
Okay, she's crazy.
Yep, absolutely.
That's the whole video. She's crazy.
Yep, exactly.
We can
And
take it
then
off
we also have a Jeranism video on the wheel. We have a globe with gas pressure next to a vacuum. Pseudoscience 101.
Oh God!
I thought that was going to be
know.
some David Bowie. God damn it.
No, not under pressure.
Under pressure.
Man, that's a good song too.
It is, but we don't like copyright strikes here, guys.
No,
I'm friends with David. I'm sure he'd say it's okay.
If you can
Ice,
get him to come
ice,
here and
baby.
tell us
There we
it's
go.
okay, then we're good.
I don't know how he'd say it's okay. Isn't he dead?
Technicalities.
They both are.
Yeah. All right. Well, shall we spin the wheel?
Sure.
The chat wants dinos, and they're saying no Claudia, no Claudia.
Seals. I want to see the seal.
I'm sorry. I really miss Alan Rickman.
Yeah. Purple rhymes with orange says,
Yeah.
scrap the wheel. Everyone wants dinosaurs.
All right.
But dinosaurs is Claudia, so you can't have it both ways. It's either Claudia Albers
I want
and
dinosaurs.
dinos, or no Claudia Albers and Jeranism. It's one or the
I
other.
want dinosaur. We had
Just spin the
Jeranism
frickin'
last
wheel,
time.
will ya?
Yeah, we
All
listened
right.
to Jism last week.
We did
let's see what
Jism
we
last
got.
week.
I know.
Go ahead and do your special
And there's
incantation.
two Claudias,
there,
so
Tornado.
statistically speaking.
Right, so
Yeah.
let's do this.
Yeah.
Wheel of
Speaking of
misfortune,
Pope.
turn, turn, turn. Show us the stupid that we shall burn. Spin it.
All right.
Oh no.
All right,
Oh, no.
politics.
This is gonna be
You've
bad.
got
Do we really
Claudia
want
people.
Yeah, but do we really want politics right now?
I don't think it's politics.
Yeah, it's not so much politics, it's
Take
conspiracy.
it's more controversy.
Take my field away from me. God
Hello,
damn it.
ladies and
It's more
gentlemen.
conspiracy.
I am Dr. Claudia.
C-O-N Spiracy.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's
Okay,
like
we're not
it's like
getting-
lizard people.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But honestly, is there anything in the realm of politics right now that doesn't just make you want to punch a baby?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Donald
yeah.
Trump and his recent issues.
Oh, let's not go into that.
Let's not go there,
Yeah.
please.
And say we did.
Third
There's
world
enough
problems,
drama going on in life than without having to do that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh,
I
dear.
just hope that and I won't mention that name or even something similar to it. I just hope that this episode in world history allows for the mass of people, which outweigh the stupid,
Mm-hmm.
to bring science back to the position of honor and respect that is always enjoyed, and that has only recently, in the last generation or so, been turned into dirt and the concept of elitism because you're smart. That knowledge and learning are once again the champions of humans.
And we don't have
Okay.
idiots saying the world is flat.
Jen, before we move on to point and laugh at the stupid, and not to disparage your comments, I wholeheartedly agree that is the desire. But the human populace as a whole
Is stupid.
Well, there's been a glimmer.
Sean beat me to the punch on that one.
There's been a glimmer.
I was gonna try and soften the blow.
Oh, I'm very, very blunt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
About it.
There is a bit of glimmer of hope. I saw in the results of a survey that were taken today that we have these protesters in various states that are screaming and yelling all their little jingoisms about this being totalitarian and all this kind of junk, and walking around carrying Nazi symbols and Confederate flags.
And guns.
But when people are asked about it, the population is outweighing this insanity about 3-1, and saying if the science says keep extending this, then we should keep extending this and not put up with these idiots.
The problem, I think, last statement before we go into the video.
Yes.
The problem is that person is able to grasp the science of what we're discussing.
Mm-hmm.
People are not.
Yeah.
As soon as you add a multiple in on the person, the populace overrule the common sense logic of the person.
Basically, as the
But
man Black Coat put it, a person is smart. People are dumb, panicky animals, and you know it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It comes down to a game of numbers, and right now the thinkers outweigh the stupid.
We can hope.
In numbers.
Well,
and if we
the
continue to
issue
stay
is-
verbal in support of that, we may win.
The issue is one person, carried the virus home. It got on their bathroom sink. Up to 19 days later, we get all these self-isolation things done and over with. They touch their bathroom sink where they touched before and never cleaned, and it starts all over again.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. The second wave of disease in 1918 killed more people than the first wave.
Yeah,
in fact, it was
what's gonna
responsible for
happen
the
in this
majority
case,
of
too.
deaths.
Yep. Well, the virus is already mutated. So.
All right. Well, shall we? Let's get started here.
Yeah, we should, but let's also realize that we've been talking about science here, not politics.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I think it's appropriate. Maybe we should look at this more in depth at one of our shows here.
We definitely can. I do want to point out that this video is more about her doomsday prophecies than it is about politics.
Okay.
Oh God.
It is the beast system takeover. So, yeah.
Oh yes, of course, the beast system takeover. Which
clearly makes sense. So
clearly
let's see how far we can get. We'll see if it gets unbearable. We'll call it quits. But
I'm going to make a
some pretty
prediction.
bad
She references a satanic conspiracy at least once.
Something probably like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to step out right now. Not step out, but as a member
Chris has his hand up.
of a cabinet members organization that has information upon doomsday apocalypse scenarios regarding said cabinet member, I'm going to randomly say no comment just to make it more fun.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Alrighty, well, here we go, guys. We're going to get started.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dr. Claudia Albers, Planet X researcher and professional physicist. And today I'd like to bring to you another one of my articles. This one's entitled U.S. SEAL Missing from White House Podium. Beast System Takeover. Now, as I have detailed in a previous article, the U.S. SEAL, which usually appears on the podium from which the president addresses the media, has been missing since March 31st, 2020.
Yes, Mom.
I have a question. What kind of scientist is she?
She's a particle she used to be a particle physicist.
Yeah,
Right,
she's some kind of physicist.
Right. Okay. So, what would a physicist know about political science or even beast system takeovers?
No, I think she said physicist.
Physicist. But either way, this isn't even close to her scientific degree.
Correct. Yes.
So,
And it's not close to any of ours either. So what are we talking
it's all
about?
conspiracy theorists.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I
right.
thought.
I think anybody can be a
But
conspiracy
none of
theorist.
us are saying we know absolutely what we're talking about. We're just saying this is what we think. She's
We're inserting our
claiming it to
opinion.
be fact.
Mm-hmm.
So
At that
there's a
point, she's a
difference.
fact claimant.
Mom NATO, I've
Yes,
driven
sweetheart.
a car once, so that means that I can comment on how semis are driven.
Yes, exactly.
I've driven a 20-foot truck before, so I'm close. And I used to ride around in semis.
I drove a car. Does
those
that mean I can
20-foot
fly a
truck?
plane?
You can drive a
20-foot
boat
box
then.
truck is an automatic.
Yeah, but I've been
Way
in a
different.
semi and driven in it, and I've driven a stick shift too. So
I used to work in an engineering firm as administrative support. So am I an engineer now?
Yes.
No.
By whose
Global
Yeah,
Mom,
you
you
did
can
it for
be
3
whatever
years.
you want to be.
I'm gonna fight this point on her behalf. One of the real fun things that one particular party likes to, or its constituents likes to bring up is, how can you, people of the other party, support Hollywood? They're just a bunch of actors, but then at the same time we'll nominate all those actors for positions like president and congressman and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
It doesn't matter where you come from. It's entirely possible for you to become quite expert at political issues and
Okay.
help
I'm
establish
going
the
to
direction
debunk
of
her
the
entire
country.
video right now because as of April 17th, 11 hours ago, well, 11 hours ago was when it was posted, but the actual address was on the April 17th in the room that she's picturing, does have the presidential seal on the podium. Next video.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That I think so.
I think is right.
Well, let's see what she has to say first.
Okay.
Because I said so. So, here we go.
And that article is Article 1666 entitled Red Horse of Revelation Beginning Its Ride. What does it mean? It means that they want people to know that the US as a country no longer exists. And
Drink.
the beast system.
What?
Yes, Jen?
Oh
What
my
is
God.
what is this Article 1666 War Red Horse of Revelation? Never heard any of this crap.
I think that's her personal article.
Mm-hmm.
Because
It's gotta
this,
be.
Oh,
yeah.
so
then-
she's quoting herself as the authority.
Yes.
Yes.
This article that
She always does that, Jen.
Yeah, this beast
What's that-
system
what's that
thing-
official-
Operandi. She quotes herself as the expert on whatever it is she's talking about.
Yeah, what's that fancy term for people who do that in an argument? I don't know. Horse's
yeah.
ass is one, but
Certainly has a lot of Dunning-Kruger about
Yeah,
her.
so apparently this specific article is Article 1675, so apparently it's 9 articles later than the one
Okay.
she's referencing.
and since she said it, it's true, so therefore
Yes,
it becomes the
absolutely.
truth of the next.
Yes, you can apparently
create
just
its
reference
own rumor
yourself
and
and make a truth out of it. Yep.
feeds upon itself. Okay, I got it now.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay.
And do we have any other drink calls while we're at it?
Chris.
Yes.
Yes, Chris Kelling, if I could speak correctly.
I've been raising my hand for a little while there.
I forgot we had hands. Okay.
The thing is, the presidential seal only shows up in the White House. Anywhere else, if they're having a press conference anywhere else, it's not going to be on the podium. So
Yeah, she seems to think it should just be always there, regardless of where they are. So, but let's go to Furball first. He has something to add.
he would know better than I would about that stuff anyway.
Furball.
I just had to Google, the article 1666, and with everything that I've learned from the internet and from this video so far, my answer is no. Just no.
Yeah, her last couple of articles actually got taken down by YouTube.
Oh my.
Because most of them had to deal with a certain illness going around.
I mean, her articles of clothing have more likelihood of staying on than her articles on YouTube.
Oh!
Ooh!
Shots
Shots
fired.
fired. Pinch poke, you owe me a Coke.
Kapow, kapow.
Blam, blam.
So yeah, I'm not sure if that's one of the ones that was taken down from YouTube or not, but I know she does still keep them on her personal channel as well. So yeah, that's she's just it's special. Let's just put it that way. All right. Well, let us continue.
Has taken over. So here's President Trump. The President Trump seen at the White House, the presidential seal and flag on March 31st, 2020. And so he's seen here playing the role of the president concerned for the health of the country's citizens to both seal and flag being absent, and President Trump here being surrounded with military generals on April 1st, 2020, indicating a shift to a war footing, and that's the beginning of the second seal, or Red Horse of Revelation 6 events, and also that the U.S. as a country is no more. The beast system is here.
Yes.
Okay, so. Oh God, I'm sorry.
I know it hurts. It hurts.
It hurts so
burns.
much.
Come on, BM. Come on. We got you, man.
So
we got
many
you. Got your
press
back.
conferences. So you have no idea how many press conferences happen outside of this room.
Mhm.
She's not citing the purpose or the nature of the specific press conference that is happening right now. So there may be 4, 5, 10 press conferences in a single day in this room, and each one of them for a different purpose. One of them might be for Health and Human Services, where he is littered behind him with doctors that he doesn't pay attention to, and other doctorial persons that help him with that medical reason. And then there may be other governors, and then there may be other representatives because he wants to prop up his party. And then there may be one that is military related. And during that one military press conference, which you will notice is not the same press conference in the photo on the left as it is in the photo on the right. If it is a military press conference, you will have military personnel
surrounding
beside him.
Gee, it's almost as if Claudia Albers is talking shit.
Or she's making stuff up.
Think?
Oh boy. Well, with no further hands up, shall we continue? I think we shall. Here we
Sure,
go.
we can't change to the dino video. Be more interesting.
Here, they're flaunting it. However, when did the beast actually take over? He took over when he promised to make America great again, and the people believed him. And he
Drink.
Yes.
Where's my hat?
Kelly.
Where's my hat? I've got to make an Afghanistan great again hat somewhere.
Oh my god.
Jeez, oh Pete.
We'll go over to Chris Kelling first. I heard his drink call first.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, now she's talking in the past tense, correct? That isn't an affectation because English is not her first language. She's actually talking in the past tense, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh lordy. Okay. I got a frame of reference that's not one that I really enjoy, but yeah, okay, I got a frame of reference now.
We'll go over to Mom NATO.
Okay. What is this beast she's talking about? I mean, she keeps claiming that this beast system is taking over or has taken over. But she
Well,
doesn't
think about
say
what she
what
said. When the
beast-
beast...
Well, hold on. Give me 1 second. So at the bottom of the screen there on the video, she hasn't gotten to that point yet, but it does say I refer to the second beast of Revelation. So it's beasts of the Bible.
Okay,
that
so
she's
she means
interpreting.
Satan.
Yeah, kind of like.
And there's your
horsemen, I guess.
satanic
I'm
cult
I'm
reference
assuming some
for
sort of
NATO.
horseman type thing.
I called it.
thereof,
I called
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I totally called it. Oh, and not only that, but she's saying when the beast promised to make America great again.
Ooh, she's calling Trump Satan.
Yeah, well, I think
Or
she's
that
referring
he
to him
got
as
the
one of
word
the
from
what do you call it?
Mhm.
Like a symbol of you know,
Mhm.
more like symbolism, like he's, you know, one of the horsemen.
4 horsemen.
Yeah, kind of an idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's the Antichrist.
Yeah.
Claudia Albers
So we'll go over to
destroyed Top Gun.
Tornado.
So that was kind of shocking when she called Trump the Antichrist. But
Yeah.
I have to wonder, is there a little bit of irony in that? Because most of the time when I hear people calling a president the Antichrist, it's in reference to Obama because they don't like Obama and they think he's, well, the Antichrist because they don't agree with him. But the big issue here is she called Trump the Antichrist. How does that even work?
Well, his approval rating is down to 54% these days.
Less than that.
Or disapproval rating.
Across parties or by his party?
All of them.
And they
Even
don't like
his-
him right now, so.
Yeah,
never liked
Republicans are disapproving with 54% too. So
Well,
yeah.
Let's not turn it too much into politics. It is a little bit about that, but not significantly. It's more about her you know, whole doomsday prophecies here.
Tornado, if you're done, put your hand down.
Oh, sorry.
We'll go over to Furball with the hand up.
Well, just to start with, remember, MAGA, make Afghanistan great again. And
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
yeah, I got this in Afghanistan about a month ago. And secondly, if you want to research her article, or the article that she cites, and I searched article 1666, War Red Horse of Revolution. The first result on Google is Wikipedia. The second result is a religious website. The third result is www.drclaudiaalberts.com.
Oh,
Although I do like the way you said "third" instead of "third."
So
I
you
think the
can't
Irish
use
pronunciation
yourself.
would be more correct when you say turd.
Turd, yeah. The turd results
Hey,
is
I like that kind of
Dr.
accent.
Claudia.
Claudia
And you
Albers.
can't use yourself as your own reference.
Yeah.
So that's Riley.
Yeah, there's a lot of good channels on her. Oops, hold on. My bad.
What was that?
That was me opening another tab because, you know, who doesn't need 50 million tabs? But yeah, she seems to think it's okay to just reference herself, and that just automatically makes it a reliable source.
Well, Wikipedia is not considered a reliable source in any way.
And we do have an RJ with us, so hello, RJ.
Hello, I came in late. What stupid are we watching?
Oh, more Claudia
Albert. All of it.
Claudia.
All of it.
What is Claudia's
Claudia.
claim, or does she get to it?
So far we have that the U.S. seal is missing from the podium, and that it's about the beast system takeover.
Oh, well, with the current administration, I could buy that.
Yes, well, we're not getting too much into the politics of it, but it's more about her doomsday conspiracy theories.
When did she make this extraordinary video?
Just recently, maybe like a week or so ago.
Oh, okay. So recent cranial blockage of the rectum. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Yes.
yes, Jen.
Everything in life is politics.
Yes.
I don't care what subject you want to approach. There is a major political component to it. I used to get this crap all the time when I wrote my column in a car magazine. The editor would start screaming and yelling, "No, don't bring politics into this." The readers would scream, "No, I don't want to hear about politics." Well, let's keep in mind that the government regulates your cars for what you can do with them, how they're built, what they cost, where they're delivered, how they're delivered, and have been, including licensure and things like that, for 100 years.
Oh,
And
this
who
is
can
Rich.
sell them?
This is Rich. I just went to her website, and she has a big ass picture on her website. Guess where she got this image from?
Where?
DARPA.
Wow.
Oh dear.
Dr. Claudia
You better define
Albers,
DARPA for those who don't
PhD.
know.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh my God.
oh my God! Seriously, Claudia?
Let me guess. She just pwned herself.
Well, it's a government agency. It is literally part of the government, and
Yeah.
it's on one of their blogs about artificial intelligence. It's their
Oh,
picture, and she's using it for her homepage image.
Well, so
Oh,
her
Badly,
right now her whole thing is about the whole rapture coming and it's imminent and all this kind of stuff, and she's got, apparently actually today the rapture was due, so we must have not got that memo.
No.
Wait, the rapture is apparently due now?
Yes, the rapture was
Yes.
imminent April 17th, 2020.
oh my
Yeah,
God.
on April.
They're
Yes.
emailing.
What documentation?
They're mailing them out. All of the raptures
Oh,
are
okay.
going out by
Just for clarity's sake, and it was asked, DARPA is literally part of the Pentagon. It stands for Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency.
Oh my God!
Okay.
So she's getting her images from the people who she says is the evil beast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
She uses it to her advantage, but then bitches about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her
Claudia.
most recent article, Friday, April 17th, article 1695,
Oh God.
is titled, "1/3 of the angels fell by merging with AI."
Yeah.
Oh my
What?
God.
Well,
Hey,
also,
there's nothing in that sentence that makes sense.
wait, there's also the one 2 days ago that said Lucifer merged with the AI machine and lost his free
Oh my
will.
gosh.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Is that artificial idiocy?
It's honestly like a monkey.
boy.
It's honestly like a monkey ate a dictionary, shit out the page, and then smeared it on a wall, and that's what she picked for her title.
No,
And
she
whatever
has
it
been,
comes out at, that she reads it. Yeah.
she has been hit
Exactly.
too often by the trunk monkeys.
Yeah, well, so apparently the rapture was due today, and we didn't get raptured, so I'm a little upset by
Oh darn!
that.
I would
The
like
day's
to.
not over yet.
It is
That's
for
true.
us.
I didn't get raptured
Well, I guess it
either.
depends on time zones. You're
For
right.
some people, it is.
So anyway, so that's
she
kind
could
of
have stuff on. Oh my God! The beast whose name is Corona plus 666, an AI
Yes.
computer created by Lucifer to lie and disclose no less. Oh, being able to read it is worse than not being able to read it.
I'm sorry that you can read it now.
I'm sorry.
The
I'm going to have to wash my
composition of the
eyeballs
Bible.
out with disinfectant.
Yeah, we're back in June, so
Pause. The false Messiah or Antichrist is Donald Trump.
yes.
All right.
And the Bible
we all
was,
knew that.
was the composition of the Bible was based on politics too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The
666 was
Sanhedrin.
a gematria for Emperor Nero, and another version of it was 616, which is also found in some of the early apocalyptic texts.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for the historical insight there. but
Damn it! Don't teach us anything, RJ.
it's my thing.
And Furball has his hand up, so we'll go over to Furball.
I'm sorry. This is one of the most painful things that I've ever had to say, especially with this particular video, but moving on.
Please.
Oh,
Yes,
I got to
think
ask
we-
Furball, when did you steal the little roly-poly robot from the Star Wars series for your microphone?
BB-8.
Yeah. Oh, it's getting excited now.
Please don't rub your balls that way.
Moving on.
Gonna be making little beepy noises.
Demonetized.
A bleep.
Isn't that called the snowball ice or something like that?
I don't know. I just call it the thing I talk into at night, and
I think he likes to
oh,
stroke.
sorry,
Very
I forgot you
close
guys were here.
friends.
What
In a
you do with
room.
it
Oh,
after
you have
dark is your own business. All right. Well, here we go, guys. We're gonna continue on.
Oh, damn, we didn't delay long enough.
It's just one of his
We
balls.
tried.
Elected him as
what they all
president in
say.
2016, the year when the tribulation began, because that was exactly 7 weeks or 49 years after the command to restore Jerusalem, according to Daniel 9, verses 24 to 27.
Oh, well, that must be
Drink.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yes.
true.
Oh. This is painful.
I think we'll go to tornado.
I'm going to quote the Bible here. No man Not even the sun shall know the day nor the hour. Predicting the rapture is technically committing a sin.
Yes.
Well, it's not just that. You're not going to know it because he's certainly not going to tell anybody that he's striking humanity down. We'll only know when the signs happen.
Yeah.
Let's also keep in mind that before the King James Version, Revelations didn't exist, and they wrote it at that time to kind of like give the story a good ending and kind of bundle it all together. And it's 100% made up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so whatever it says is bullshit.
So we had a message in the live chat first from Amiga Nuts, and they say, I'm thinking that when the drink counter reaches double digit, the entire panel will be raptured. And then Ugly German Truths corrected it and said triple digits, Amiga. And I said, when the drink counter reaches 666. So if we get that high, we're in trouble.
Well, we're already at 6.
Then
you get that high, we're dead.
Exactly, your liver's
That's
be
the kind of
raptured.
time, if we hit 666 drinks, then liver poisoning will have already
Sean
set
says,
in.
or ruptured.
Yeah, that's
instead
above
of
80
raptured.
proof.
Alcohol poisoning. By then.
Oh dear. All right. Yeah, I want to know. The one thing that stood out to me in that brief little part was she said that was exactly 7 weeks or 49 years. I'm pretty sure that those things aren't equal to each other.
7 weeks or 49 years?
Yeah.
Oh, they've got a weird
something about
calculation.
Jerusalem.
Weeks where they convert months into days and days into years and so forth and so on. And so it's basically diving down a rabbit hole of numerology.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the clarification because I was confused.
So yeah, I'm gonna add another drink on that, and I'm gonna add another drink onto that by saying this woman doesn't know how to calendar.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Damn truth, you know. Just
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
So it's kind of the end of days.
Well,
what about the end of nights?
Well, just remember that Claudia Albers did predict that Nibiru would be visible from Earth, everywhere on Earth, on March 25th of 2017.
Oh fuck! I was asleep that day.
So
I took that day
You're
off.
saying that Bilu is the Antichrist?
Yeah. We also have a Team Skeptic in the chat, so let's give him the usual John Rapp greeting. Just because he's late. So hello, Team Skeptic.
I gotta find my fingers.
And RJ, you had your hand up.
There it is.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out,
BM.
if you want the most meticulous skivvy on the actual roots of all the Daniel prophecies and how they've been misrepresented by people, Digital Hammurabi has a multi-part series on YouTube that goes into this in deliciously wonderful detail. It's very scholarly and precise on dating of Daniel, Darius the Mede, and apocalypticism and all this kind of stuff. It's brand new, 2019, 2020. That if you look around for it, like when was the Book of Daniel written, you could just Google that and you should be able to pick up Digital Hammurabi on that.
So Digital Hammurabi, is that like a digital version of that gorilla that died?
Not quite, but that's the nom de plume he goes under. He's a Babylonian scholar, but he goes under the thing because he and his wife and other people do YouTubes under the Digital Hammurabi thing, and also how to teach you how to do cuneiform.
I was RJ.
Uniform,
I'm sorry, I misunderstood that. I thought you were saying that the gorilla was writing under nom de plume.
Oh well, in this day and age, who would I say to say not?
Don't you mean cuneiform?
Cuneiform, yeah, the little squiggly things the Babylonians wrote with. Sumerian.
Uniform.
Yeah.
Uniform.
I've always heard cuneiform, but anyway.
Chloroform.
Yeah, chloroform. Yeah, that's what we all want now.
Free association here, guys. Let's move on.
That's right.
I give it to RJ. He's a writer.
No chloroform. It's Friday night. That's for Saturday nights.
Yeah.
True. Yeah,
We just
and then
say Saturday
Sunday,
night's
God knows
alright
what
for
it is.
fighting.
I'm going to be having a chat with Neffy on SFD's channel.
All right. Well, let's
Super
continue
Saiyan
on, shall
4.
we? All right. Sounds like a good plan to me. Here we go.
You may look at Article 1598 entitled The Tribulation Began in 2016. The command
it
was
now.
issued on June 28, 1967. The false Messiah or Antichrist is Donald Trump because he was the only one in position to make the covenant and continue to lie all through the 7-year period, continuing to affirm it,
Drink.
whilst doing the opposite because he
Yes. Chris
You
Kelly.
drink.
All politicians lie. So why would
Yes.
it be that when a certain person starts
All
lying,
politicians
that it would
do not lie.
Super chat.
Oh, and certainly done like
be whoever
whether-
told you
If-
that
if-
was lying. So
If you can show me proof of that kind of statement, I'll accept it. But the more and more we say that kind of shit, the more and more our nation gets buried into the fucking hole it's in now. You got to start having a little bit of faith in
okay,
what we're trying to
let me
do in
ask
this
you
world.
something. How many representatives and how many senators have actually followed through with any of the promises that they gave to the constituents to get elected into office? And that's the U.S. What about the Parliament? I mean, you think that they don't have skeletons in their closet? My point being is the fact that it's all a way of getting something done, something across. It doesn't the saying that the current president lied about something, and that's a sign of the Antichrist, is a fallacy. That's basically what I'm trying to get at.
When a politician, even a bad line MFer, and they certainly do exist, and there's a large majority of them, stands up there and gives campaign promises. They're giving they're trying to state their hopes and what they would are going to work towards and what they hope for. They have 493 other people to convince. What makes you think that they're going to convince everybody to their same mindset? No politician can come in and say, I'm going to do this and be successful at it even 10% of the time. Everything they do is negotiated. That's what politics means.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there is a certain momentum that is well known, well documented, and there for a reason. And people who are going to say that they're going against that momentum, they're lying. You know, draining the swamps. How often have we heard that? Is the fact that Congress hasn't
you
paid
cannot
attention to what's
label
going on
all of them based on the absolute horrendous behavior of a few.
Okay,
You just can't do that.
We are getting into politics now. Let's get back
Yeah,
to the
we're
video.
logging down here.
More so, yes. More so than the average.
Stupid.
Let's do some quick
we've had 2
housekeeping.
super chats.
Yes, let's
by the
do
way.
some quick housekeeping. We had a $1.99 US super chat from Jenny Morgan. Thank you very much, Jenny Morgan. She said, "So why no super chat, please, pretty please?" And then Shadow followed that up for $4.99. She said, "Super chat shout out for Jenny." So thank you very much to both of you. I do really appreciate
Yay,
that.
Shadow. Shadow rocks.
Yes, Shadow and Al both rock. They're always welcome. Now, the rest of you panel members, I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. That depends on the day. Tornado, you had your hand up.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking, you're just figuring out that Donald Trump has been lying a whole bunch?
Politics.
It's like,
Let's move on.
Yes, I think we should continue
I'm
on
just
our
saying,
movie.
you're just now figuring that out?
And we all know that all politicians are less than honest, so moving on.
All right, let us continue on.
All right,
He's a
I'm jumping
liar.
in.
Donald Trump was the first leader to be chipped and thus come under the control of the beast whose name is Corona, equals 666.
Drink!
And AI
Drink, 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 drink!
I
Drink,
think
drink,
I
drink,
heard.
drink!
I think I heard a Jenny Morgan first. Was that? No, maybe not.
Pardon me?
Yeah, did
No,
you?
I think that was a combination of the tornado and furball
Ah.
that sounded
Tornado
like
and
Jenny
furball.
Morgan, and I'm not
Oh,
sure
I
who
didn't
that's.
say a thing.
I'm not sure who that's offensive towards.
I'm already getting through my second bottle of beer. I'm gonna be totally wasted by the end of this.
Oh dear. Well, anyway, then we'll go to furball, I guess.
Come on, sweet thing.
What?
I said, come on, sweet thing.
Hey,
No, I think he was meaning Claudia.
Jenny. Sweet talk
Yes, sir.
later. What? Is Corona equal to 666?
Mm-hmm.
How? How? Tornado? How?
How about I just rephrase this by saying, how about I answer your question by just saying, no.
Stupid.
Yeah.
I think I can sum it up pretty well, and I think Tornado kind of wanted to do this. I think she's making stuff up.
Yes.
You think?
Yeah. So I
Really?
do know
I was
from
trying
one
to
of
figure
her.
out how we could.
No, she can't
I was
be.
trying to figure out how we get some numerology going on in here too. Yeah, by taking the number of the letters and stuff like that. I can't get it to go 666.
I know she does talk about it in a previous article. I'll see if I can find it while we're here. But yeah, she just mentions that he was the first leader to be chipped and thus come under the control of the beast. Yeah, her new thing in her recent videos is that the politicians recently are being chipped, and all these people from other countries are, except certain countries that certain virus originated in. Yeah.
Yes, there's a small taco chip, a corn chip. That you put in.
Okay.
Yes. So
it's a tortilla chip.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chip from my three sons. I don't know.
And
Chips Ahoy.
Jenny Morgan, you had your hand up.
Yeah, I thought beast mode was just the thing that athletes did, put their arms out. And,
Transformers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, I'm actually doing some numerology charts right now, and Corona actually comes out to 661.
Let's see, it's almost there.
Yeah.
But isn't 616?
Yeah, but if you do it
the
5
beast?
times, it comes out to 666 then.
Oh wait. She's got it spelled a different way than I did. Let me fix it so I'm not incorrect here.
Yeah.
I got to do it right.
Incorrect.
Yep, still comes out 661.
Okay, so
it spits out 3 numbers.
The beast.
It spits out 3 numbers.
If it applied itself a little bit better, it might be the beast. Okay,
Hold on. It spits out 3 numbers. For the intelligence number, it pops out 369651. For the soul number, it pops out 661, and for the personality number, it spouts out 395. None of which matches Claudia Albers.
I found the article. let me share it here. See if I can share it. Give me 1 second.
Sean, why do you know numerology?
I don't, but there's many sites on the internet that do it for
Hold
me.
on. I got. While she's on the topic of gematria, I have something to add. I actually typed in a phrase that I really enjoy, and the gematria value is in English 15,156.
I thought gematria was a venereal disease.
And you want to know what the phrase is? This goes out to Claudia Albers. What you've just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything
All
that
right,
could
you're
be considered a
rambling.
rational thought.
No,
Everyone
I know
in
the
this
clip
room
he's talking
is now
about.
dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
All right, we're done with your movie quotes.
Yes. Well, anyway, I have up here. I'm not sure. Can you guys in the panel see the my screen here?
Sorta.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just kind of quickly read through it. This was her post on April 3rd about the certain virus that's named after a beer. It's not named after, but you know what I mean. It being
Sean,
equal to 666.
How do her numbers compare to yours?
They don't. This is what she's showing isn't numerology.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and
they
you
don't
shouldn't you have to
because-
do it in Hebrew?
So the virus title that they've come up with, that is also the name of a beer, has 6 letters in it. So that's her first 6. And then when you go through and give each of those letters the number that they are in the alphabet, so like C is number 3, and you add up all those numbers, so she has 3, 15, 18, 15, 14, and 1, that you get
Cut.
66. And then when you put them together, you have 666.
Ooh.
So that's her reasoning.
So
for
if
that.
if this particular ailment had inflicted itself upon the planet before the Arabic alphabet, what then?
Yes.
Then I don't know.
I have something to add.
Yes.
When
But
you
she
put
did, because she did some really good adding right there.
Well, it breaks down simpler than that. The name that she has there encompasses an entire family of viri.
And a beer.
It wasn't the
True.
Voldemort named virus.
Oh my
It
God.
was a Voldemort named virus.
Right.
There are hundreds of Voldemort named viruses.
Yes,
This
there
particular
are.
one has a
Oh
has
my
an actual
God.
name and designation that we cannot say, but it ends with 19.
Yeah.
So
For the year.
Okay.
So, according to Dr. Claudia Albers, there are several hundred Marks of the Beast viruses out there.
Right.
Exactly.
You mean the ones that we get a vaccine for every year and have for the last 50 years?
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, not only
Oh.
on top of that, most of them just go into you and then they exit, and you don't even give them a passing thought.
Yeah.
Because when
Like
they
most
enter
sexual
you,
encounters I've ever had.
because when they go into your body, the immune system basically says no and destroys it. Plus,
Like most
another
sexual
thing,
encounters I've ever had.
the other thing is with the whole 666 thing. If she wants to do it honestly, she'll add 6 to 66, and then you'll find out she only gets 72.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, her reasoning doesn't really stand true, but I did just want to clarify that that's where she was getting that number from.
Well, what
Okay,
is
so-
that number in octal?
In other words, she's making shit up.
Yeah.
I want to point something out that the Kitsune, which I've never been able to pronounce properly,
Kitsune
especially when I'm
Cavalier.
drunk, the Kitsune Cavalier.
Kitsune.
Kitsune Cavalier. The acronym
Kitsune.
for Donald Trump is Lord Damp Nut.
No, it's Lord Douchebag.
Oh god, that's pretty good though.
Oh,
Commander
Katsuna, that's a
Mussolini.
riot.
I have my little hand up.
Yes, RJ, you do have your hand up. What's up?
Yeah, there is actually something that I'm surprised if she hasn't brought it up. Maybe she'll bring it up later on. But the obvious, hilarious, and true thing that connects that number to Donald Trump is that's the address of Jared Kushner's old offices on Fifth Avenue, 666 Fifth Avenue. I'm not making this up.
Oh dear.
Oh my.
I mean, I go, heck, if you want the beast, there it is.
Yeah.
Isn't that where, like at Christmas time, when all the children send their letters to Santa and they just kind of burn them? Isn't it 666 Fifth Avenue, Jared Kushner's office, where they sent all the letters of firing people because you're a failure at life?
No clue.
Oh, well, Jen has your hand up again.
Oh, no, I was just checking my deodorant.
doing a stink check.
Oh my goodness.
Jen's
All
been
right.
stuck on the speaker screen
Yeah.
there.
For a bit.
Wow.
Huh.
She's kind of frozen there.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, let's unfreeze.
Did you break now?
Oh, you
Tap
know
it.
what? I didn't.
I think she
break
broke it when
anything.
she showed her screen. So.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. I know I'm ugly,
No,
but
not Jen's fault. We just get an extended view of you. That's all. That's not a bad thing.
Oh,
yeah, but,
There we
Nope, still broke.
nope.
but
Still
I got
broke.
an old
Hey,
face
Jen.
going.
Hi, Jen,
I'm
from like
working
10
on
minutes
it.
ago.
Exactly. Jen frozen.
Hold on.
Should I leave?
No, it's not you.
It's
not you, it's me.
I've heard that so many times.
We're doing a
not
good
you.
job of delaying.
We are, but not for
We are.
long. Don't worry, I'm gonna fix it in a second.
Okay.
Famous last words.
Hey,
Stream
hey,
accidentally
Mom.
ends.
Hey, since we're delaying, hey, Mom NATO, let's pretend like Tornado's not in the room. How's it going?
It's going.
No, Furball, it's how you do it.
How you do it?
Yeah.
Okay, while we're waiting,
You have
I
to
have a
emphasize
piece of trivia.
You have to
Okay.
emphasize the you because it shows that you actually care about what she's doing.
Yeah.
On the Great Seal, on the Great Seal of the United States, you know, they got the eagle there and the little chest plate, and
Hey, it works.
in one talon, it's holding the arrows and the warlike stuff, and the other it's a olive branch.
Uh-huh.
I think it was Truman that had them redo the seal so that the eagle's head was turned to face the olive branches instead of the war.
Cool.
No,
War materials.
actually, it's whenever the country was at peacetime, it'd always be facing the olive branch. Anytime we were at war, it'd be facing the arrows. That's the way it was set up.
All right.
It actually
That's
changed.
pretty cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's changed several times throughout the course of
All
history.
right. So I fixed it, so we're good now. So now we can get back to the stupid.
Okay.
Wait, we left the stupid. We're halfway drunk here. We've never left the
Hey,
stupid.
I don't fail the outro, Team Skeptic. Team Skeptic says it sounds like one of his live streams.
So is that the cue for me to say "and we're out" and then keep going for another half hour?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. All right, well, let's continue on. Here we go.
Computer created by Lucifer to lie and disclose its lies to be lies. In other words, confirm itself as a liar.
Drink.
You may look at Article 6.
Well, that got us far.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
Mom, NATO?
Okay, a computer does not lie. It is not something that thinks. It doesn't emote. Therefore, it has no emotional investment to not do what it's programmed to do. It is programmed to respond, not programmed to lie.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
HAL
her
9000 tried to
theory
lie
on
and
it
then went
being
crazy.
I think her
Yes, but
theory
how
on it
would-
being an AI is that it's an artificial intelligence that's lying, and it's
Okay, but she hasn't even mentioned the AIs really
she did
yet.
briefly. She just said it was
Okay.
an AI computer created by Lucifer to
Okay,
lie.
but we don't have any actually self-respondent computers.
We also don't have a beast system taking over, but that doesn't
Right.
stop her from spewing bullshit.
Right. I mean, we don't have a true AI computer built yet. We have
correct
budding AIs, but they have no sentience to them. That is the whole point of
The
an
baby
AI,
AIs.
is that they are sentient in and of themselves.
We don't have sentience within 60% of the actual human beings
Population. Yeah,
on the planet.
really.
Including this
We
video.
confer that upon the planet.
Furball has a dogo.
I want your doggo.
Dogo's eating something.
Yeah.
Yum yum
Yeah,
yum.
my wife threw a toy or a treat in here and closed the door. I think it's time for bed for her.
Ah.
Nice.
Like,
Can I
take care of the
do
dog
that with
now.
the cats? Is that how that works?
Nom, nom, nom.
All right, and
God, what a cutie.
Glober Mom.
She is.
I was going to say if people have like say excuse me, if Trump is supposedly the Antichrist or Obama was the Antichrist, why are they taking so long to accomplish their goals? When they could just
Because
snap
there's
their
less good
fingers
Christians
and
that
it would
are
be
stopping 'em.
instantaneous.
You're thinking
That's
too
the whole
rationally.
point.
Yeah,
Why did God take 6 days to make the earth
that's true.
when he could have just made it in one?
It
And
has to
yeah,
all
because-
work out to their
Because
symbolism.
Because 2 movies sell more tickets than 1.
There we go. Yeah, in the book deal. Like George R.R. Martin, you can't do him in just one book.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Well,
Bye,
thing
Doggy.
with J.R.R.
BM.
Martin or whatever, he takes a word that he thinks is a clever euphemism for something, and then beats it into the ground for the next 20 pages. That's One thing I don't like about his writing style.
Yeah.
Now
Sorry,
Furlow's frozen
What?
It's
What?
the end of the world.
on the speaker. You're frozen.
As we know,
the
it,
AI. It's
and
the
I
AI.
feel fine.
And
It has
they
a
didn't.
plan.
It didn't freeze me here with a dog in the picture. What the heck?
No, it froze you
We're
bending
seeing the
over.
side. We're seeing the side of your head.
So
There we go.
with the J.R.R. Martin comment, has anybody read any of Victor Hugo?
I have not.
Oh, wow.
So Les
think so.
Miserables or
No.
Hunchback of Notre Dame?
No.
Oh no.
Les Mis, the musical and everything after that is amazing, and this is totally off topic. But
Might as well.
when you're
All
when you're
6
talking
hours of
about
it?
Tactic.
when you're talking about George R.R. Martin and his tangents, it's similar to Victor Hugo, where if you were to tell a story, and I'm going to talk about Mom NATO,
Oh, boy.
storyline for one paragraph. For
Okay.
the first half of that paragraph, I mentioned blah 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 Mom NATO, and then I spend 6 chapters telling you who Mom NATO was.
Is and will
Right.
be.
And then I come back to finish the half of a paragraph why she's relevant to this story.
Right.
Oh,
And then
wow.
continue
It's
on.
called the donut.
Yeah. Robert Heinlein was prone to an awful lot of long-winded stuff, too.
Oh, so is Tom Clancy. I mean, Tom Clancy was a great writer, but he would sit there and spend 6 pages describing a hammer. And you're like, we get it.
Tolkien.
It's a fun.
I don't do that in my books.
Fucking hammer.
Tolkien does the same thing, or did the same thing.
It's called.
Tolkien
called.
took 11 years, but
It's
could have
called-
been done in a half an hour on the back of an eagle.
It's called world
Shakespeare.
building.
Yeah.
Shakespeare.
All right. Well, let us a couple things real quick. We do have some housekeeping. I have 2 super chats here. One from Vibrantly Brantley for $2.50 American dollars or U.S.
And a second from Vibrantly Brantley.
No, he just says moving, and I'm assuming that's moving on.
Well, no,
No.
he clarifies.
He clarified.
Yes, there we go.
Made
There's
another
another
one. He clarified it.
$2.50 super chat from Vibrantly Brantley that says on. Yes, thank you. Moving on. And we do have a $5 super chat from Cajun Crustacean. It says that funny that Claudia Albers is talking about computers since I highly doubt she could pass the Turing test. So yes.
You missed my
thank you.
super sticker though.
Uh-oh, I did.
Back of the. Yeah.
I did. It was a dude. Whatever that dude is, with a coffee.
Yeah, he was. It was right when I think Tornado was doing a drink call, so it was like that was right at the time. Drink. Yeah. Sorry.
All right.
I guess we should move on.
Yeah, I guess we should.
We have to.
Tornado has his hand up, though.
Oh, sorry.
So does RJ.
He forgot to put it down after he
do
punched
I?
the cobra.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how is
No, I
that a
don't.
punch a cobra if his hand isn't up?
All right. Well, here we go. We're going to move.
He has 2
on.
hands, right?
1938 entitled Donald Trump, Antichrist, Beast and the Dragon, and Article 1670 entitled The False Prophet, Lying News Media, where I share
Drink.
exactly which beast is.
Oh, let her go on.
Now, are these the articles where they've been removed from the internet?
I don't remember which ones have been and which ones haven't been, but there was a lot.
If
of
you
them
see
that-
article and a 4-digit number after it, it's something she herself wrote.
Yes,
Right.
they're all
I
ones
figured
she
that
wrote,
one
but
out.
There's a handful that have been removed lately from YouTube, by YouTube. So.
Moving on.
Yeah. So. Anyway, here we go.
Which? There are 2 in Revelation 13. I refer to the second beast of Revelation 13 as the false prophet beast because it controls the news media, who have thus also been chipped and brought under its control.
Not a
Satan
change
is
going on.
I didn't know that.
Drink.
I heard tornado first. Let's go with tornado.
Just because the news media is wildly incompetent sometimes does not mean that they've been chipped. Whatever the fuck chipped means, anyway.
Microchipped.
Microchipped, yeah.
Yeah, but then you would
The
have
real
to. I want you to provide citations of who's been shipped, where, by whom, and when.
If she didn't say it
Oh.
herself, then she won't use it as a citation.
Mm.
In other words, I want your source, please.
I don't think you're gonna get that.
And
gonna try to
RJ,
issue
I'm
Order
learning
66
source
or
methods from the
something?
best.
and Mom NATO, you had your hand up.
Okay. She's referencing the Bible in Revelations, which, to all intents and purposes, is a made-up story to control man. And she's talking about the news media. At the time this story was created, there was no such thing as the news media.
Well,
That was
as we
gonna be-
all know, Reuters had an outlet in Jerusalem way back in the first century.
Yeah.
That was going to be my comment, Momado, is,
Well, we're
we've
thinking
never
along
talked
the
about the
same
Jerusalem
thought line.
News. We've never talked about the Jerusalem News Times.
No,
How
it was
they're
called the
fake
Town
news.
Crier.
No, that's the guy that was crying because he got his ass beat by Jesus because he was trying to
Oh,
sell things and
okay.
the tables were overturned.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Hmm.
Because Jesus was a pacifist.
Well, was it the local courier for the Pharisees, maybe?
A FedEx guy?
Yeah! Okay, moving on.
RJ, you had your hand up.
Yeah, I just want to point out the forensic detail that fake news back in those days was much more difficult and heavier to do because it all had to be put on baked clay tablets.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. Jeez.
Yep.
Oh,
I try to step down to the lowest common denominator here.
Didn't they usually use cylinders for that kind of stuff?
Yeah. Well, and papyrus too. There we go. And of course, the papyrus cylinders can be used for a completely different purpose that we will not go into in front of the youngsters.
You mean
Oh,
We'll
my.
discuss that. We're fine.
Porn.
Anyway, let's go over to Chris Kelling.
Yeah, suddenly I'm getting the words of Judas Iscariot in Jesus Christ Superstar. I believe they were authored by I don't know if it was Tim Rice or Andrew Lloyd Webber, but he was talking about. I was trying to pull it up here so I could quote it right, but I can't find it offhand. But anyway, he was talking about he picked the wrong time to show up because there was no mass communication back in Israel. We're past that point, and I don't even know why I brought it up other than I'm getting a little buzzed.
Alrighty. Well, Furball, you have your hand up.
So we've got somebody in the room that we haven't heard from a little while, and I just want to make sure. Terry, are you still alive?
Nope.
Nope. Been raptured.
Apparently the
quiet,
rapture
too.
came to Australia.
The rapture starts on the south end and it works north.
I thought it was the man
I
from
think
Mars
I'm in.
eating all the
Ah,
guitars.
there's
There he is.
Ah, Terry!
We didn't lose you, Terry.
No, I'm still here.
All right.
Jen
Awesome.
has been very quiet as well.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
we lost all of Australia for a minute.
We're just all listening, I think. You know?
I've been watching her eyes. She really perks up when we talk sex stuff.
Good.
Well, that is her wheelhouse.
See?
Just saying.
I'm sidetracked again.
That's all right.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that
yeah,
what you
purple
call
stuff.
it?
I haven't heard that position.
Me either.
Anyway.
Hit me up later and we'll talk about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's just a position for you when you're feeling a little bit more tired and there's less work involved for everyone.
Oh, kind of like spooning, huh?
Yeah.
It's lazy sex.
It's
That's what it is.
spooning with benefits.
Spooning with benefits.
Demonetized.
Oh, boy. Anyway,
No.
we're gonna continue on. Here we go,
Some
guys.
science.
To use mankind by pulling on their mind strings. This is how he controls the environment around people. He uses people to attack people. But his control through the mind strings is not
People who
stable
attack
enough for what he intended to do at this time. He needed mindless robots, and that is what the beasts and the chips accomplish.
Oh, that's where she came from.
I thought that the first man to take a false prophet chip was a media mogul, but it is possible that it was this man, and that he now is its figurehead, just like President Trump is the figurehead for the 666 beat.
So, just a
Oh,
clarification, it's a false prophet
God.
chip, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because I was worried, what kind of chip?
When are we going to get to the part that the shield is missing?
See,
This
know,
is,
huh?
That's the whole
Seal.
point. This is nothing about. This is all her chance to spew about Revelation.
I
so
feel
there's
like this is
nothing to do
a
with the
common
seal.
theme, though, among most of the videos that we watch.
You
is
got to
that they
admit,
make
she
the
spews
statement-
pretty spewy.
They make the original statement, in the first 2 seconds of the video, and then the other, 10 minutes of the video have nothing to do with their original statement.
Okay. How much longer do we have on this video?
We have about 6 minutes.
Oh God, can we just
6
call
minutes,
it
you'll get
done?
Wow.
We've already
She's never going to get to the
clarified.
point
She's
anyway.
never going to get to the point. Yeah.
Well, let's
Yeah.
head over to
Can we
Furball
leave
with the hand up
politics?
first.
Or you could jump ahead, a couple minutes, and we can find out whether or not she's still spinning her wheels.
Yes, well, let's head over to Furball for a minute.
She's claiming that Bill Gates is the false prophet.
Yes.
I would like to know.
Well, he did write
from
Windows.
That's why I run Linux.
I'm on a Mac, goddammit. But
I'm on a
That's
tablet,
just as
so
bad.
if
I'm on
Bill
a chair.
Gates,
I'm in a vibrator.
Okay, Jen.
What's the OS on that vibrator?
666.
Brett Kerner alternator.
you fucked me up completely, ladies. God damn it.
That's what Jen wants to do to you anyway, so there you go.
Yeah, I'm not objecting, but back to the topic at hand. This claim is that Bill Gates is the false prophet.
yeah.
I'd like to know from the perspective of the average American.
Uh-huh.
Average American, not the people that sit there and watch the media and watch the news like we do. The average American that is dumb, watches 3 minutes a day, and then runs out without a face
Who's
mask
this
on and
Wiki
goes to Walmart.
Masabe?
My father died years ago. We can't talk.
But how many of the average Americans have even heard Bill Gates' name in the past month?
Anybody who has a Windows program.
Yeah,
But
except for
the-
he's not even involved with Microsoft anymore. So
No, he's not. He's not in the
hasn't been
news.
for probably
He's not
about
in
10
He pops
Microsoft.
up on NPR.
The only place that I personally, and I watch the news every day, the only place that I have seen Bill Gates over the past month is when conspiracy theorists bring him up as where this virus came from.
What?
So if he is the Antichrist, if he is the bringer of doom, he's doing a shitty job of being at the head of it, isn't he?
I agree.
You think at least he could be
And the
on
thing
Fox
is-
News more often.
Well, that's Trump.
There's a lot of stuff about this virus that they're still discovering, including where it actually came from and how.
It was created by 5G, right?
Yes.
Well, yeah. Well,
The thing is they are linking more and more to a certain place in Wuhan versus a naturally occurring.
Well, even the news is correlating it with that place in Wuhan. Not necessarily that it's not naturally occurring there, but that they were studying it there and they were poor in their security measures and they let it go.
Mm-hmm.
But still, none of that
Yeah, because
has to do with Bill Gates as the Antichrist.
right. Well, yeah, the bats came from 900 kilometers away, so it's
And
not.
there's bats in the belfry of the woman, so
Yes,
there's
this
the
is true.
connection.
There's the connection.
The or all women?
No, just her.
That woman. I'm not dumb, thank you, and I don't have bats in my belfry.
What's a
Little
what are-
tiny little bat.
Well, let's head over
What's
to.
the whole thing
hold
about
on.
bats in the belfry?
Hold on one second. We're gonna go over to Jen with her hand up because she's had her hand up for a while.
Yeah, well, following on from what Febble said in regards to Bill Gates, and that, I mean, whilst the man was shrewd businessman and a bit ruthless in that sense, his work outside of Microsoft has been mostly philanthropical. I mean, if he's the Antichrist, he's a fucking nice one.
Really?
Very nice lady. Says, spend all your money, hubby.
Honestly, if he's the Antichrist, wouldn't you prefer him over the actual Christ?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. And not only that, at least you know your computer systems would work properly. Well, semi-properly.
I just want to know when we're going to get the antipasto.
The antipesto.
Yeah.
Is the antipasta the negative form of the spaghetti monster, is it?
Ah, yeah.
Only if it's al dente.
Yeah, it's in an alternate universe there, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to say that I did go ahead and I scrubbed through the video, and it doesn't get any better. I know, shocker. Shocker, I know.
Why are we not surprised?
So I am just going to, let me pull it back up in OBS here.
Shocked. I am
Spin
shocked
the
to
wheel.
hear that.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just skip to the end because it didn't get any better. Let's just put it that way.
Wait a minute. She's citing herself.
Yeah,
one,
I did just want to pull
three,
up her.
four,
Every
five,
one of her
six
citations is
times.
her.
Female Riley.
Yeah, I wanted to just pull up her reference page because I thought that this was, some quality work here. That all of her references
Are for herself.
are from herself. Yeah.
Oh.
It's
Do
how she
that with
always
the
does
research
it.
paper.
She's more incestuous than a whole legion of
I wanted to
Egyptian
know,
pharaohs.
RJ, is this how your
Oh.
section looks?
More.
She's more incestuous than an Egyptian whore.
I wanted to know if this is
Oh.
how RJ does.
Yes. This is
Well, she has to strike
self-gratification.
her own ego. 'Cause if she striked herself anywhere else, she'd get a disease.
Well, this is
I got.
I'm a
okay,
shitty
drink.
scientist.
Drink. Let's make this official. Drink.
Yeah,
Yes,
drink.
yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, Chris Kelling, you have your hand up.
There. Drink.
Perfect.
Okay. This is not incestuous. This is self-gratification. This is punching the Cobra here.
Hey!
Yeah.
How long is that going to be held over
Explains a
my
lot.
head?
forever.
Forever.
Speaking
going away.
of tornado,
Never going
did
away.
did you get a satisfactory answer about bats in the belfry?
No,
No.
bats in the belfry is a comment because bats used to live in the belfries and steeples of churches. So they started using it as a phrase to say you're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Although belfry, if you trace it back to its Germanic beginnings, is really not so much a bell tower as people assume because it says bell, but it breaks down into like a place of safety, a tower of safety, protection.
Right.
That's where they hide the hunchbacks. So, I mean.
Sanctuary.
And Furball, you had your hand up?
I just want to comment on her reference page. I don't have a YouTube, or I don't have a blog. I don't put out like regular, review papers for people to review. But I'm a shitty scientist, and I've done shitty experiments where I was able to, collaborate with other people and put together
Plagiarize
things.
other experiments.
Not necessarily plagiarize, but build upon and stand on the shoulders of
Oh
giants.
yeah. That's
There
what
you
they
go.
call it. I forget.
Stand
Refine
on
their
the
work.
Exactly. Stand on the shoulders of giants and do other experimentation. And in the product that I put forward, not one time.
Did you reference yourself?
Mom NATO, you hit it.
Exactly.
Hard, just like I want to
Ooh,
next weekend when we see each other.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
God.
Would
okay,
you please
two.
stop using that phrase to describe my mother?
You're making me crazy, Blake.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, I gotta get my thrills somehow.
Yeah. All right. Well, so since we have RJ with the hand up again. Go ahead, RJ.
I just wanted to ask Furball, when he was standing on the shoulders of giants, did he have like little cleats on his shoes so he could like massage their muscles?
Oh no, RJ's making me crazy.
No, every once in a while I had to reach down and just like massage their heads.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
wait, no, I'm sorry, they made me sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Oh,
well,
okay.
we appreciate that. You know, you're
Yeah.
We appreciate just that little bit. It was fun.
Yes.
All right. Well, since
We
we've
know you give good head, okay?
I still got 4 beers in the fridge. Let's go on to the next.
Dinosaurs from the Jurassic Planet X Planet
Hey.
redundancy sentence.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oops.
So it's an Owlverse night.
Yes, so we're gonna go in, since everybody in the beginning of the
Albers.
movie night wanted dinosaurs anyway. We'll go with dinosaurs next, just because.
Yeah, I've only
you
been
know.
waiting for this for like weeks now.
Exactly. All right, so let me just get it all ready here. Give me 1 second.
Is this going to be anywhere near as bad as Carl?
This is by the same stupid woman.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
this is
see
bad.
Article 1620.
Yep.
I
That just
did
means
say-
that she's fucking citing herself again.
Yeah,
Probably.
Of course. All right.
I did
well,
say it
Girls
wasn't
by the aliens.
Owlverse night.
Oh.
And the fact
Let's,
she's up to
let's
1621
watch
articles
and-
is frightening.
I
Let's
swear
watch
I'd
and
never
see
let my
what-
asshole
what
get
we
stretched
have
out
to
that
say.
much.
We're only at a double-digit drink
Never
counter.
spent
We
a
haven't gotten
weekend
to
with me,
triple
Jen.
digits yet,
Oh
so
my
I'm
goodness.
disappointed.
Oh my.
All right, here we go, guys.
I need a fan.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dr. Claudia Albers, physics research and professional physicist.
She gets funnier every
And
time she
today
says
I'd like
that.
to bring to you another one of my articles. This one's entitled Dinosaurs from the Jurassic Planet X Planet.
Okay, drink.
Now in Article 16...
What?
I was reading.
Mom, NATO.
I was reading her little article, and this is just another way to state about Revelations, because what the first thing she says in like the third sentence was,
1620 and
or actually the second sentence, I wrote about the flood event which was produced by aliens, Lucifer and his angels, who had used the same destructive process on thousands of planets across the galaxy.
What the
Oh
fuck?
God!
Drink!
Yeah.
Oh my God! She's a Fruit Loop, and it's not even tasty.
Yeah.
Oh
Just
my
drink.
God!
She is.
There is no end to the stupid.
Oh my
No,
God!
there's not.
Stupidity is eternal.
Unfortunately.
The beginning was the stupid, and the stupid was stupid.
Oh, and let's not forget.
And then it
she's
got
saying
stupider.
They created the Earth's oceans.
And the stupid
Covered
begat
it with
stupid.
pieces of broken surface from other planets. So instead
yeah.
of actually having pieces of Earth that are naturally occurring in Earth, we have pieces of planets from other galaxies.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry, what?
You know, when L. Ron,
Don't know how that
when L. Ron
works, but-
Hubbard writes this kind of stuff, we call it science fiction, and when she writes it, we call it insanity. What's the difference?
Not
Because
much.
she actually
Well,
believes
it's
true.
L. Ron Hubbard flipped the collar around and turned himself into a church.
No, the
well,
difference-
there's also the fact that L. Ron Hubbard.
Very good,
says-
RJ.
Well, I thought it was the fact that Hubbard admits that he's just telling a story, and she's trying to say that it's true.
Well, yeah, the difference between science fiction writers and Claudia Albers is that, you know, she believes her shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
The other one's just doing it for entertainment.
And Furball, you have the hand up?
Terry and Chris are before me.
I can't tell order, so. Chris Kelling.
Oh, thank you very much. I was just looking at the Planet X planet. So Planet X is the name of the planet, or is she from the redundancy department?
It's the name of the planet, I believe. I think she calls it Planet X, is the one that spews shit onto Earth.
Okay, because Planet X is a name given to an unknown celestial body because they have no idea if it's actually there. The beer is not helping.
It's a place marker,
Yeah,
a placeholder.
pretty
Excuse me.
much.
But she actually thinks it's the actual name, Jurassic Planet X.
Well, she thinks
That's what
lots
she
of
calls
things.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what she calls
And
it.
Terry, you had your hand up.
Oh yeah, I had a hand up. Well, before we move on, since we've commented, I just wanted to point out that I've been listening to this person for a couple of times. Even on my show, we went through this Planet X type stuff as well, and I have found that she does get something right.
Oh,
her name.
Yes.
Oh dear.
It's
Oh,
Claudia,
dear me.
but she pronounces it Claudia.
Claudia.
Yeah,
Claudia.
that's her accent then. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you
Oh.
go with that all you want. I just
And let's just say goodnight to Dick Dawson. He's heading out. Thank you again, Dick.
Hi, Dick.
See ya, Dick.
Hi, Dick.
All right.
Keep on being a big dick.
Was Dick out in the peanut gallery? Hey, Dick.
Yep.
And so Furball is next in line.
So you've noticed that she keeps referencing herself. And she doesn't reference anything outside of herself. So I just want to point out the fact that I could take a piece of paper into the bathroom and produce the product of my, what I do in the bathroom onto that paper.
Yes.
And then reference it in 2 weeks as the reason why my new movement confirms what was on that previous movement.
Yes.
Right.
It is still more based in reality than what she is trying to produce in this paper.
Yes.
Right. Correct.
No, you're not talking about recycling toilet paper again, are you?
Really?
When you run out,
Yeah.
you get desperate.
Can you wash toilet
Get
paper
in
and
just for
hang it out
That's
to dry?
what newspapers and books you're never going to read again are for.
Yeah. The fact
I
that
have
she
to give
references
myself a
herself
shot.
and then uses that as like a proof that her, what she's saying is true is just mind-boggling.
Which I said before on paper such and such. No, that means nothing to me.
Yeah.
That means less than nothing to me.
Right, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
real quick, I don't want to address chat. Crypto, yes, Logic has been doing a lot of great coverage on Dr. Claudia Albers, but he is actually kind of late to the game because myself, Astronomy Live, and Daz the Cameraman have butted heads with Planet X News and Claudia Albers many times years ago. Yeah, I've got a history here, and yeah, it gets no better the further back you go.
Sean, is this the girl just like the turd that won't flush?
Yes.
Yes. They definitely have a very massive habit of banning people who don't follow their narrative, hook, line, and sinker. Yeah, they definitely want their echo chamber.
Yeah. All right. And RJ, you had your hand up.
Yes, I just want to let everybody know that Warner Brothers did an excellent documentary on Planet X some years ago. It explicitly located it directly between planets W and Y. And so all you need to do is to look up that wonderful documentary, Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century.
But see, from what I understand is that their sister Dot is the one who actually did the research. So.
And it was in 1980, this week of April 1989, when Buck Rogers in the 25th Century aired its last broadcast of the series.
Yeah.
The one with Gil Gerard?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Aaron Gray.
Was that that wasn't the one where they're on
Tornado?
the ship, or was that the?
It was the stupid one. I don't know.
Okay, the one where they're on the ship. and
PTV
they
is
had that-
running it
yeah.
on their sci-fi nights on Saturday, and just in case you're masochistic enough to want to watch really by 1970s television, it was so
God,
good.
wasn't it
That was
bad?
80s.
No, it was 80s,
Please.
and it was
Oh,
really
80s,
It was
yeah.
late
And
70s.
anyway,
Yeah,
it was
don't-
not.
Don't make me
late
any older
70s,
than I
early
already
80s.
am.
It was
The only
not.
thing good about it was Aaron
excessively
Gray.
clever.
Yes.
Oh,
Although I did want to have a buddy like Tweaky. So.
And
Yeah.
RJ,
Yeah.
is Planet X somewhere near Planet 9 from outer space?
No.
You humans are stupid,
Nine.
stupid.
Galaxy?
All you of Earth are idiots.
It is, but we're such a convincing disguise. Yeah, no.
All right. Well, shall
But
we
I will say,
continue
Plan
on?
9 from Outer Space is more entertaining than Claudia's videos.
Yeah.
Miss Claudia Albert.
Albers.
Miss Chloe.
Claudia with a chance of stupidity.
I'd rather watch Dr. Phil.
Clouders.
Whoa.
Miss Clouders.
What were you thinking?
All right. Well, shall
Get
we
out,
continue
get out.
on? We're gonna move on.
Yeah, move it on.
All right. Here we go.
I did want to correct somebody in the peanut gallery. Edison Carter. It wasn't a cartoon.
Okay. Oh,
Unless they're thinking of Duck Dodgers.
Edison Carter, as in Max Headroom. Edison Carter.
No, in the live chat.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go, guys.
Titled
Duck
The
Dodgers
Flood
was a
Event,
cartoon, not
Aliens,
Buck Rogers.
Planet X and Dinosaurs. I wrote about the flood event, which was produced by the aliens, Lucifer and his angels, who had used the same destructive process on thousands of planets across the galaxy. They
Drink.
created Earth's ocean.
Asked and
Yes.
answered. We already
Well, I was going to say originally, my original point was, so wait, these guys are the harvesters from Independence Day?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Something like that.
You know, I just figured out her strategy. She does these videos where she just sits and reads word for word her article.
Oh, she does. Mm-hmm.
And that's because nobody else watches them? Is that why? Or
I bet.
Nobody else wants to read them.
okay.
I want to
was
know.
checking.
I want to know if her lectures, when she was actually teaching, if she was doing death by PowerPoint, where she would just read off the slide.
Well, I bet that the reason she's no longer a teacher is because they caught wind of what she was teaching and said,
Oh, more than likely.
"Oh my God, no, wrong."
Oh, and by the way, since Jared isn't here to do it, I'm going to do it for everyone else, for everyone here.
There you go.
That reminds me, I'm out of beer. I can be right back.
All right. Well, we're
Mountain
gonna continue
Dew for
on
me.
in
I'm
the
a
meantime.
teetotaler, damn it.
Here we go, guys.
And covered it with pieces of broken surface from other planets, and thus made a complete mess of the Earth. These other planets would have also had their own animal life in addition to intelligent humanoid species on them. They would have been farmed for the negative emotions that these humanoids could produce by these aliens. And you may look at Article 1563 entitled Planet X brought into solar system by aliens, the planetary farmers, and Article 1576 entitled Pleiadians and other aliens, the line farmers. It is thus not surprising that many of the animal species from these planets were transferred to the Earth in addition to the surface pieces from these planets. And you can see some of these surface pieces. This is in Portugal, south of Portugal, in the Algarve. And you can see a
Yes, Mom NATO.
Okay, she's claiming that these pieces of Earth that she's showing, the picture here of the broken cliff, is brought here by aliens instead of, oh my God,
Erosion.
tectonic plates shifting and then eroding. Oh my, we can't have anything likely and logical in her videos, can we?
No, never.
Okay,
And Chris Kelling, you had your hand up?
Yeah. I bet her mind would be blown if she ever goes to the Garden of the Gods.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love Garden of the Gods. I used to live
So do I.
5 miles from that.
Mm-hmm.
And Furball, you had your hand up?
So I was listening to this woman while I was off camera, off peeing, and that's one of the most disturbing things is to listen to this woman as she's spouting her nonsense while I'm peeing.
Yeah.
And one thing I'm kind of surprised that nobody else jumped on was she's like randomly talking about things in the solar system and blah blah blah, these other planets, blah blah blah, and obviously they would have humanoid life and other forms of life. And then she just continues on as if that's a known fact.
Right.
Well, it is.
Picking our battles. That's what.
Yeah, I think it's something that she's referenced in the past in one of her articles. So to her, it's just.
So it must be true.
Exactly. It's just commonplace
Yeah, I said
knowledge.
I said last week that if there are planets, so then there are planets. And the week after that, I said if there are planets, then there's life. So it's life. So then this week I'm saying, Jesus Christ, woman, find some facts to live on.
Well, here's
But it is
Claudia
true.
Elber's thinking. If she reads it, it must be true. Never mind the fact that she wrote it.
Right. Exactly.
A lot simpler for her.
It's right there in print. It's got to be true, right?
There are fantasy novels this way.
Yeah.
That hold a lot
There are
more.
literally children's fantasy novels about this.
Yeah.
I think the Cat in the Hat has more validity in science than what she has. So
You mean it's not true?
Zip,
No,
zip, the
no.
boy from Mars.
I'm so sorry, RJ. Nothing
RJ
is
Horton did not hear a who.
What?
Oh
Sorry.
no, my
ruined
heavens!
my
I totally
childhood.
believe that Sam I Am did like green eggs and ham. So
What about the Lorax? Is the Lorax real at least?
You mean Dr. T does not have 5,000 fingers?
Oh
No.
my goodness. I don't think so.
Oh, rats. I
Oh.
tell you, my life is now ruined. I'm just going to have to go and study science.
Green egg and ham does exist. It's called riddled with penicillin.
Yeah, if you have some
called
green eggs
riddled
and ham, not recommended.
Right.
Gross. Yeah, anyway, here we go, guys. We're going to continue on.
Unfortunately.
Penicillin.
Cliff sitting on top of the sand. And you can clearly see that it's sitting on top of the sand here. It's not connected to earth bedrock because it doesn't belong to the earth. This is earth sand and
Jeez, that was pretty painful.
the
just that
beer
section.
is not cushioning the fall here.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, Tornado?
Oh, gee. It's almost as if weather is a thing. It's almost as if there may have been a river there before it became an ocean.
Sand. Oh my goodness, this woman is.
And sand gets everywhere.
Nut.
You ever go to the beach?
Boy,
and
does it.
All
kind
from
of
the
brush
space
off the sand?
aliens.
And Mom Nato, you had your hand up?
Okay, just because you can't see where it's connected because, well, erosion and undercutting of the cliff doesn't mean that it's not connected to the earth. It just simply means that there's sand around it. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty painful statement.
Yeah.
Alright, well,
My head
shall we
hurt.
continue on?
Does this mean there's no Sandy Claus?
Yes.
Oh.
Alright, here we go, guys.
the piece
Chris
got
has his hand
settled on top of the sand. And
Chris,
it's
threw your hand up late. What's up, Chris?
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. My reactions are getting a little slower. The so let me get this straight. We're just looking at a model railroader or a diorama creator that is of immense portions here, placing things down on the floor. That's essentially what she's trying to get at?
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Honk my frequency and call me a space Jew.
It was a
You're a
well-known
space
thing. When I worked at Walther's Model Railroad Company, it was a well-known fact amongst the employees that God was one of our customers.
Okay.
Is he the one that never paid?
Did you guys design the fjords or?
All right.
Okay.
No, that's
here we
that's
go,
Flarty
guys.
Bot. Oh God, what's his name? Flarty Bot. God damn it, I can't think of his name.
Flatty Badfast.
There you go. He was excellent at making the fjords.
Yes.
All
And
right.
if you don't know what we're talking about, you have not read the Hitchhiker's Guide, and I feel sorry.
And
I
obviously you
remember that,
can't forget
yes.
about pining for the fjords.
It's an ex-parent. Speaking of
Alright.
which, I haven't heard yours
Ex-parent.
lately.
Yeah.
The-
They've been quiet.
chat is-
The cats
The
have
chat
been
is
trying
all
to torment
is
them.
all fixated on sand getting into stuff.
Uh-oh. That's gross.
Well, there's
He
something
hates
worse.
sand.
That's a joke, people.
Hold on. I hate sand. It's coarse and it's irritating and it gets everywhere.
Yeah.
3 showers later and you're still trying to get it out.
If you need any help, let me know.
Moving on.
Chapter 3,
Oh.
subsection 2, paragraph 5, I believe, maybe 6, I forget for sure, of the transgender for dummies. It specifically says, do not have sex in the sand. So.
I'll keep that in mind if
Is
I'm
that
ever in that
just a
situation.
transgender thing, or is that just an all-around?
No, that's an
yeah.
anyone
All-around thing.
All right. Well, shall we continue on?
Yes, unfortunately.
All right. Here we go, guys.
So broken, as you can see, they're all broken pieces everywhere. There are holes everywhere. That's because it formed due to sinkhole formation. You can see
Why
caverns
do
in
you always
there.
sound like you're whining?
So the surface of the planet
does, doesn't she?
underwent a lot of energy absorption by other planets, as is happening with Earth right now.
Drink!
And that
Drink!
led to
Drink.
Yes, Chris Kelly. I think I heard you first on that one.
They absorbed a lot of energy, but it was probably from plate tectonics rather than being slammed down onto the Earth.
I've got a whole other bunch of problems with that statement.
The holes, erosion.
If
I'm
we
just thinking
have,
about being slammed down onto the earth.
yeah,
that too.
if we have a
Tomorrow
whole
night,
bunch
Jen.
of giant rocks being slammed down onto the Earth from what are supposedly other planets, does anyone happen to know what happened 65 million years ago?
I wasn't there.
back
I was
wasn't
still
there.
at home asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was still emoting somebody's eye.
A comet about 10 about
Yeah.
6 to 10
Hit the Yucatan and put out all the lights and all the dinosaurs died. Okay, next.
Yep.
Yeah, imagine that happening on a massive scale.
Moving on.
Oh, planetary happenings is kind of massive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Oh dear. All right, and let's just continue on.
What was your
more
point, Tornado?
stupid. More stupid.
Hey, Ozzy.
extreme sinkhole formation to occur until whole pieces of the planet just vanished. And so the only people that survived the flood were Noah and his family.
Yes, Mom NATO.
She's claiming sinkholes. Okay. There is no sign there whatsoever in any way, shape, or form of a sinkhole. Because sinkholes leave gaps. And they're not level with the rest of the surface of the earth. Just because there's a cliff there that has an opening in it doesn't mean there was a massive sinkhole and the rest of the pieces of the planet disappeared, bitch.
I would like to
It is
know what she would
irritating.
think of the whirlpool up in Niagara Falls.
Oh, God, yes.
And Furball, you had your hand up?
I'm confused, and I just want confirmation on the lack of knowledge I have, because there's none from this paper. We started with rock formations that were caused by somehow other planets,
Right.
and then that caused a sinkhole that flooded this planet, and then Noah.
No.
Yeah, that's
No, that's not what she's saying. She said basically that after the flood that they caused, these pieces of rock got slammed down onto the earth by something, and now somehow they when they got slammed down, they formed a sinkhole, and parts of the planet disappeared, and yet there's no sign that parts of the planet disappeared because it's flat. There's no evidence of a sinkhole. So she's
I would just like to pull everyone back to my face, because that's how this imaging works. Is whoever's talking goes on there, and bring back the look of what? What?
Yeah.
What?
Just what?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No.
let me try it. Let me try it. What?
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 Ember says,
Growing up-
what?
What?
Mom Nato says, "Que pasa?"
I've had more coherent conversations with my dog
I've had more
than this
coherent.
paper that she has presented so far.
I've had more coherent conversations with an amoeba than with.
I've
this
had
paper.
more coherent conversations with my pants.
Her, we know, punching the cobra. We got it.
I
He's
walked
tr-
right into that one.
You did.
Chris, he's
But
trying to
he's at
deposit the DNA there and just make it come into some kind of life form, so don't judge him.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
All
But
right. Well,
she had more coherency with her missing seal.
Well, let's not forget
Yes.
that all her articles are peer reviewed by herself. So
yeah.
Furball
yes.
said,
You know.
"Come."
So,
They're
does that
self-validated.
mean that she's got some sort of
Damn it, Jen.
decoy or twin issue going on,
or she's schizophrenic.
or she's schizophrenic? Yeah.
A little bit of all
I
of
think
the
I'm going
above.
with the schizophrenic.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Sounds more, at least intelligent.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you say least intelligent or at least
at
intelligent?
least
At
intelligent.
Oh, least intelligent could be
Yeah,
applicable
least
here
just
as well.
least intelligence.
No, the least intelligence would be that she actually said something that was really true and smart. Then at least she would be intelligent.
And
Well-
Terry had his hand up too, I believe.
Yeah, I had my hand up because I seen Blake had his hand up, so I put my hand up. But I did have a comment.
Yes.
If Blake's hands, Blake wants to keep, you could turn it down. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm down.
You done? Okay, put your hands on the table so we can see them. I did want to comment. I did want to comment on her citing her own her things. She might be doing that so she doesn't be liable for plagiarism.
Ooh, is that Dr. Claudia Albers?
Yeah, she could be suing herself. That could be really terrible.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Hello
would
there.
be difficult.
Oh!
Hi,
The
hello.
only human interaction she'd
Hey,
ever get.
hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Right?
Hello.
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 Glad to see that's not that out.
That will never wear out. That
Okay.
and crowbar wrestling will never wear out.
Well,
No,
How
it's
about-
not wrestling. It's punching the cobra. There's
Ah,
a difference.
Shut up!
how about the clams?
Clams. Yes.
shrimp.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed the clams.
I've got to
That was
ask
a
Mum
good-
Nader, why does
that
he
was a good
punch
day.
them?
Blitz now.
That seems counterproductive to the whole point.
I don't know. It's just something he
Each to
came
his
up
own.
with.
Each to his own, Jen. Each to his own.
Just
God,
saying.
Someone remind me what the clams.
maybe he
not the
likes
clams.
pain. I don't know. I don't ask him about his personal moments.
Fuck you.
Hey, tornado,
Thank you. No,
tornado,
that's okay.
tornado, relax. Anybody who happens to be an owner of a penis can punch the cobra, not just you.
Yeah,
It's not just
exactly.
directed at you.
You just happen to be the one that coined the phrase. So.
Could
Yes.
someone remind me about the clams? I don't seem to be remembering the clams.
I don't know anything about the clams. I haven't heard about the
Oh.
clams.
The clams, I don't even remember where it started.
It's time to clam up.
That might be it.
And
Might have been.
somewhere in some random video, somebody mentioned clams, and for the rest of the night,
Chat just
Okay.
used it
everybody in the
everything.
side chat was like
Mhm.
nonstop. The clams of Armageddon.
Right.
Every comment was about clams.
Oh, I would
It's
have
been
thought
like-
the clams of Artemis.
Oh yeah, no, for an entire episode of nothing but side chat with clams. And I specifically remember that night because I was not a member of the panel, I was in Korea and I was walking around downtown to get dinner, and I had an earpiece in listening to everybody, and Jared was on that night. He's reading them off as I'm randomly pulling out my phone to make comments back about the clams.
If you notice now, people are
those
saying the
were
word
simpler-
clam in place of a word in a movie title.
Those were the simpler times.
Yes.
Isn't clam chowder a euphemism for oral sex?
Probably clam hovid. Oh my god.
Well, bearded
Well,
clam.
That's where hello came from, was one of the whole
The clams over River Kwai.
Yes.
I like my clams bearded. Oh my god. What of clams? Oh my god.
Pocket clam.
One if by clam, two if by sea.
Clams now. The
Why are we
world
talking about
clam.
clams? How did we get to clams?
No one knows.
Number of the clam is
I'm sorry.
6.
Dr. Strange clam.
Well, you asked
A
us
clam
to
too
stop,
far?
so we stopped.
I mean, I know, but damn,
clam and
clams of all things.
Let loose the clams of war.
Well, you know, we started out asking. They asked about
Yes.
why tornado likes to punch the cobra, and then we suddenly got onto clams.
Clams.
The shape of
We have
clams.
already communicated more information in this clam episode than our doctor did in the entire video or in all of the postings that she's ever done since she was a fetus.
The great clam.
The only reason why I mentioned the clams was because someone mentioned hello, Leon.
Yep.
What makes you think she was a fetus?
I don't think she
Clam
was
on
a fetus.
42nd Street.
No one can convince me this woman wasn't born in a test tube.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Her birth sign is Pyrex.
Clam of the opera.
Alrighty.
Oh my.
Well, shall we continue
Moving on?
Yeah.
Electric
Suppose
clamaloo.
we'll have to.
Yeah, we do.
Do you think she has a sandy clam?
Clamnado.
Ew. Anyway, here we go, guys.
Clam
Tomatoes
are.
and clams.
And all the land animals that God had directed him to take into the ark. So the aliens caused the flood,
Oh, wait, what the
and
fuck did I
God
just walk
instructed
into? Okay,
Noah
wait,
to
hold up.
build an ark, and he took into it the animals. So we're going to deal with what happened with the animals as a result of the flood.
Yes, Jen?
Oh, God. So aliens created the flood, and God couldn't do anything about aliens, so he had to direct Noah into an ark.
Yeah.
Right.
God's
good.
kind of
Okay.
a low budget God.
I can accept that.
I am worried for two reasons. one, because what she said was barely skirting the lines of what is acceptable within English syntax, and two, because you guys seem as confused as the rest of you seemed as confused by what she said as I was, which I'm especially concerned about because you guys would have been listening to this for the past 3 hours now. Versus
No.
I just got here.
If anyone understands her, seek medical attention at once.
Exactly.
If your
Just-
understanding lasts more than 4 hours.
Has she brought up anything to do with aliens or anything like that yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They
Okay,
dropped
see-
dinosaurs on the earth.
Not
Okay.
just
Has
And
anyone
chunks of other
actually read
planets.
her PhD dissertation? Because it must be fucking hilarious.
It's about as
They only
coherent
looked at
as
it in
St.
crayon.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's capable of crayon?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think
Or
it's
does
all
she
finger
eat 'em?
smack.
Crayon me. When
Yeah. Anyway, Hillel,
Clam on
basically,
me.
aliens brought animals and pieces of the other planets from the other galaxies and slammed them down on Earth after causing the flood.
Okay.
See how clear it is now?
Sure.
And now she's saying that God couldn't stop it, so he had Noah
was a
build the ark.
wuss.
And
So aliens are better than God, so we should praise aliens.
yes,
That
they
would seem
taste
so.
better.
apparently.
Okay, sure, why not?
Why? Why don't
Oh,
you
praise
Well,
our
I
mighty
mean-
alien overlords. Oh my God. That means the Scientologists are
Okay, I was gonna
right.
say this is skirting really close to Scientology.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean,
Well, if we have the
you
planet
touched it.
Cobol at any point, then let us know.
Oh, Cylons. Ooh.
And Chris Kelling, you had your hand up?
Yeah, for some reason, I just am thinking about Bill Cosby right now. You know,
Okay.
Juba, ding.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
Noah's Ark. That was a good
Is he
routine.
the right person to think about, though?
Well, he is the one who did all the Noah skits.
The Noah
Yeah.
skit was, oh my gosh, that was
It
good.
was
He did other things too
hysterical.
that he's not,
That
that
was
nobody
pretty
should
funny.
be proud of.
Yes.
Well, no,
What?
but that was not something we're bringing up.
No, it's not.
All right. Well, we're gonna continue on. Here we go.
So, Earth's original land animal species would have come out of the ark after the flood and spread throughout the earth, from where the ark landed in Turkey. These animals would thus most likely be found everywhere around the planet.
Yes, Mom NATO, I think I heard first.
We don't have any idea where the ark is. We have no proof that what they
I thought
they
it was
are
at a
claiming.
park here in the U.S.
Yeah, exactly.
We have no proof that it existed.
We have no proof.
That leaks.
Right.
Since when has that stopped her?
We have no clue that the ark really exists. What they're finding is not even necessarily the ark, just pieces of old boats.
Yeah.
Or rock formations.
Or rock formations, or petrified trees. Even as a Christian, I cannot honestly say that we found the ark. So,
they never will because it never happened.
That does reduce the probability.
Like the Shroud of Turin. I mean,
exactly. It's again, we have no proof, so this is just another fallacy on top of all of our other fallacies.
Yeah, and she doesn't provide a source, so
exactly.
nothing to go into.
Does eliminate the dinosaurs on the ark, though. You got to admit that.
She does cite herself, though. That's right.
there weren't any unicorns on the ark either. I'm really disappointed in that one.
Yeah, really.
And Oompa Loompas.
Chris
or
Costello, you had your
alicorns.
hand up.
Yes.
Kelling. Sorry, I was just talking to Chris in the chat.
Oh,
wrong Chris.
That Chris has a very similar name to mine, and Side Chat has confused the two of us before. But anyhow, Noah's Ark. I am a Christian. I have grown up with the stories of Noah's Ark and creation stories and stuff like that. I used to have a little plastic ark that would fill all these toy animals with, and you could walk them up the ramp and all stuff. I used to make play productions out of them called Back at the Ranch or something. But anyhow, what I'm getting at is something that's always bothered me about the flood, the story of the flood, is you got two of each animal. How do you perpetuate a species with two animals?
Exactly.
You don't.
Well, 7 of the queen animals.
It's the same thing with Adam and Eve. You got two people, and they had 2 sons.
Who then married? Who did they marry?
One obviously had to be transgender.
Yeah,
one killed the other. So how did the
see? And it still happens today.
Warning: this story does not include an accurate population biology or genetic
No,
phylogeny.
you guys are getting it all wrong. It's not 2 of every animal; it's 2 of each kind.
Okay,
which makes it even worse.
So why don't we have any cockatrices?
Well, that's between those two, Buster.
or hippogriffs, or
I still like the question of where are the alicorns, but I mean, that's.
I want to see my Devonian pony.
I just want to make a quick mention that the live chat for the last 4 minutes now has been nothing but clam movie titles.
It's not difficult to get them going again.
4 minutes is not a record.
No. I think that's great. That's awesome. And Jen, you had your hand up.
Yeah.
clams. Oh my god.
Me. I have my hand.
Think of the clams.
Yes.
It's a semantic point, but didn't she say the animals that came out of the ark were the first animals on Earth?
Yes.
So what the hell did Noah put in the ark to start off with?
Exactly.
They spread around the Earth. I'm thinking, how did they spread around the Earth?
Like coronavirus.
Like
like a dessert spread.
From Turkey to the rest of the world.
I mean, really.
Yeah, I didn't know kangaroos could swim.
Oh no, all the marsupials were projectile. They were thrown by the volcano.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh no, they didn't throw little quokkas, did they?
Yeah, little
Yes.
koala bears going.
Just yeeted
Koalas
them all
are
the way.
nasty little beasts. If they're not eating eucalyptus, and it makes them high, it makes them docile. So if they're not eating eucalyptus, they're pretty nasty.
Hey, Jen or Terry, is it legal to keep quokkas as a pet?
No.
That's too bad.
No, actually, I think that's.
And
actually kinda
Furball, you had
great.
your hand up?
I apologize, total sidebar, and I need someone else to find something extremely stupid and funny to say after I'm done. But side chat, thank you. The clam comments in the side chat, this is something that has endured for over a year now. And this was the environment that movie night came from. That Sai used to say that we were just here, and the side chat is what made the show.
Yeah.
And you guys are doing that tonight. So please,
Yes, definitely.
thank you for honoring the spirit of what movie night was and what Sai started long before I was ever here. But thank you so much. This is movie night, and now I need someone to come up behind me and say something stupid so we can move on.
Well,
And
BJ just says you're welcome.
We love it here on
on
Sci
their
Strike Clan Night.
earbuds, and their mind will be warped because of it, and we will have done our job.
Exactly.
We all love taking part in Sci
Movie
Strike's.
night warped my little mind.
We all like taking part in Sci Strike's movie clan.
Yes, Sci Strike's movie clam.
That's right.
Clam, a movie clam.
Yes, all of the clams.
I'm a clam.
May the clams be ever in your favor.
Clam.
Clams be with you.
Crafty Keela just gave us the finger.
Yes.
Live
we
long
have,
and clam.
Actually, the proper one for number one. So I guess he likes us.
Luke, I am your clam.
2001, A Clam Odyssey.
Debbie does clams.
TD Lane says Sci Clam movie night.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a clam.
That's right.
Beverly Hills Clam.
Yes, we
I
have
like that
a
one.
super sticker from Crafty Keela. Thank you very much for that. For the
wings of clams.
The good finger up, not the bad one.
You're taking the Hobbit to
There are
Eisen
no
clam.
bad fingers.
So.
The clams of Mordor is what we need. Yeah.
One does not simply clam into Mordor.
Clam brother. Forest clam.
And
Moist.
we have a $2 super chat from Cajun Crustacean, who says the clam meme is a movie night tradition. Yes, well, thank
Absolutely.
you, Cajun Crustacean.
And the music clam.
He's a what?
Moving on.
Yeah.
Clam of the
I
Opera.
think,
Yeah, I suppose we got to move on.
unfortunately, we have
We're gonna have to.
We did a
have
good
to.
job
This
of
was a
solving
nice
stuff for
diversion.
a while.
Mickey and Minnie
Solid
clam.
enough.
I'm starting to sober up here. Come on.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, we can't have
Oh,
that.
well, we've got to move on here.
Not have
Exactly.
that.
All
Can't allow
right,
that.
here we go, guys.
In other words, they are most likely the common animals like dogs, cats, cows, pigs, sheep, goats, rabbits, etc. Animals that are found all over the earth. And since the flood, many more Planet X surface species would have come in, and many more animal species that are not actually Earth species would have come in from the Planet X planets.
Drink.
Yes, Tornado.
And every single time one of those giant chunks of rock would have come in, the entire clock of life would have to start all over again.
Not necessarily. If it was brought in with good retro rocket support at a rate that didn't cause it to explode.
Well, you're saying Elon
Yeah,
Musk brought them in?
you're talking smart aliens here. I mean, if
Yeah.
they can bring in dinosaurs and boulders, they can certainly do retro rockets.
Exactly.
It's true.
We win, you lose.
We did
Yeah.
have 2 more super chats. One for $4.99 from Guy with Bearded Lizard. Sent a super sticker of the little dude. I don't know what he's supposed to be. Is he a mango? Is he a fruit? Is he I don't know, little bulbous dude. dancing around with the hat on and his party maker thing in his mouth, and he's a cute little happy dude. And then we got a $10.
He's a light bulb without a screw top.
Yes, upside down.
You're not wrong.
And then
I think the
$10.
cute little dude is a cat.
Yes, the other one I think is a fox. Actually, I think we discovered that.
Maybe
on
a fox.
A fox having an orgasm?
Yes.
Don't
Surf
ruin
sent us
it.
a
It's so
$10
cute.
fox with an agasm, apparently.
And Bionic Dance has a message to all of us. May the clam be with you.
And also
I'll drink to that.
And just, you
And
know,
may the odds be ever in your favor.
Live long and clamster.
we'll just to bring up or back up your statement earlier for a ball about, you know, somebody say something stupid to bring some levity. I'll just tell you all a quick story because it still makes me laugh that I did this. I went to get a tire on my car yesterday, and the guy asked for my license plate number. So I'm reading it off to him, and there's a K in it. So I wanted to spell it, you know, phonetically for him so that, you know, he made sure he didn't mishear any of the letters. So I told him it was K, like cat. And immediately said nope, and yep, that was that was it. I said nope, that's definitely not what I meant. Sorry about that. So yeah,
the cat.
Well, cat,
Right,
short for
right.
Catherine.
yeah.
Right sound or phonetic. I guess
Oh man,
would
it
be.
was terrible. I was so
Phonetically,
mad
yeah.
at myself.
Yeah, but did he write K or C?
I don't know.
He stared at her very confused.
I didn't like the price, so I went to a different place.
Oh my.
Oh, jeez. And we do have a new member to the channel, our first member to the channel, so thank you for that, Crafty Keela. I do appreciate that. We do have quite a few people who are already Patreon
Yay, Crafty.
members. So thank you to all the Patreons, and anybody that would like to become a member either through Patreon or YouTube can definitely do so. We did just get the membership here. I got to come up with some emojis. I only have one emoji at the moment, so I got to come up with some more and figure out how to make them. So if
Need a
anybody,
Is
clam
that
emoji.
clamojis?
Clamojis.
there will definitely be
Hey,
a
Jess.
clamoji.
Jess,
Yes.
I think just purple rhymes with orange kind of reiterates your sentiment from your previous story. You know, K as in clam.
Exactly. That'll be my next one. K is in clam.
You know, like purple as in orange.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we're having too much fun tonight.
Clamamentary, my dear Watson.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Crafty Keela. And we did have a few other hands up, so let's get
The Clam
to
Wolf of London.
Tornado. You had your hand up?
Oh, yeah, it's about that whole flood issue regarding
Yes.
how. Oh, right, I already brought that up. The planet crackers. So I'm gonna lower my hand.
Okay,
All
good.
right, and we do have another member. Thank you, Cajun Crustacean, for becoming a member as well. That's awesome. I do appreciate it. If you guys have any ideas for emojis, let me know, and I'll see if I can figure out how to make them. Right now, I'm just taking pictures and making them, 1:1 ratio or 1:1
Angry
ratio.
changeling.
But we definitely
A bearded,
need some
a bearded clam?
a bearded clam. Sounds good.
Angry
Okay.
pony.
And,
That is perfect. The highest level needs to be a bearded clam.
Yes, absolutely. That I can definitely make happen.
So we have associate professor bearded clam. I got it.
Yes, exactly. And
Oh,
Jen,
yeah, I would love to see that.
Jen with one end, you had your hand up.
Oh, yeah. Going back to the thing about the animals coming in on basically little asteroids. Regardless of your point, Tornado, for one thing, these things aren't going to be that big if it's from a broken up planet, so there's not going to be any atmosphere, so how the hell did the animals survive in the first place? And secondly, if when they enter the atmosphere, they heat up to such a degree that it would burn any life that was on it that wasn't microbial. So even if they were
really
small enough, they don't do a
overthinking
lot of
this.
damage. These animals aren't getting to the surface.
Well, what they did is they brought them all as tardigrades, and the tardigrades
Yeah.
all evolved into elephants and whales and stuff.
Yeah, she didn't say the time
like
frame
they evolved
between.
within 500 years or something like that.
Yeah, you got your
Well, what
dinosaurs.
did they
That's the
throw the
version of
moon up into the
evolution
sky?
that these creationists like.
You know, technically, this counts as directed panspermia.
Yeah.
Ooh, he said sperm.
His sperm, yeah.
Ooh.
Sperm and clams. What a wonderful
moist.
discussion night it is.
Oh man.
Moister than an oyster.
Moist. There we go.
You can't take us anywhere.
Nope.
Oh, Kate, I love that movie. Hey, Kate, you remember that movie? The woman who played the
Clam?
all in the black suit, who played the killer, with karate or whatever her
Are you
martial art
talking
was.
about Inglorious Clamsters?
No, Sky
Clamsters.
Captain and the Clam of Tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Yeah, right. The
I-
robot that the villain made.
We hired that woman. Her name is Bai Ling, and we hired her to
Oh yes, I know who she is.
be in one of our independent films back in Milwaukee.
Cool.
Oh, neat.
I got to know her. We had a lot of fun that day.
Nice.
Interesting. All right.
Alert the amphibious squadron.
And Chris Kelling, you had your hand up?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a handle on the timeline here. If she's saying that the rocks from Planet X planet falling down onto Earth, causing the flood, then did the dinosaurs show up? I mean, this is all about dinosaurs from Planet X, and we haven't gotten to dinosaurs yet, so
Yeah.
they must have come in after the flood, right?
Yeah, or somewhere else, because she's never thought this through.
Yeah.
That was in Article 652. We need to read that first.
What number is this out of curiosity?
621 or
Oh, I would have thought it been
1621.
higher. Like she's done thousands of these. I
Yeah, this
thought.
is 1621.
But,
All right.
I have a question.
Yes, Mom NATO.
What constitutes a common animal and an uncommon animal?
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Oh, just
She
look
said
at them.
all of the common animals, and she named dogs, cats, horses, cows. Okay, those are all mammals. Does that mean the uncommon animals are not mammals?
She's prejudiced against invertebrates.
Or
Oh, don't get RJ started on invertebrates.
uncommon animals, the dinosaurs?
Yeah.
They're chickens.
Bet she doesn't have anything to say about nematodes.
Narwhals.
Kentucky Fried Dino.
Yeah.
Ooh, Kentucky Fried Pteranodon?
Kentucky Fried Clam.
That's what the
And I
C
don't think
stands
I'm going
for.
to hold my breath waiting for her
Pterodactyls?
monograph on anomalocarids.
Yeah.
How about a
Bless
clam
you.
called
I don't
Wanda?
want to go in there at all.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Well,
Clam
shall we?
You're not going to
That's
hold
all.
your breath looking for her monograph on what now, RJ? A
Clams.
no
Anomalocarids.
Never hold your.
Those are the large
Never
predators
hold
of
your
the
clam.
Cambrian that look like a weird connection of things with like a pineapple slice mouth and little claws and all. It's a very strange arthropod.
It's just like Mom always
Okay,
used to say: never put
I
all your
gotta
clams
interrupt
in one
real-
basket.
Yeah.
I gotta interrupt real quick because Bionic Dance mentioned something. I'm a fan of Joss Whedon, and he had Buffy the Vampire Slayer in there.
Oh, that was perfect.
Nice.
Yes.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Hello, Putty Cat.
All right. Well, shall we continue?
I suppose.
Unfortunately.
All
Sure.
right.
This is
here
getting
we
too
go,
wholesome.
guys.
Animals found in Australia that are not found anywhere else, since there is no way for them to cross the ocean,
Oh, gosh.
would necessarily have come from a
Quokkas.
planet X.
Hey, there's her
Let it
albino
go.
giraffe.
There's our albino giraffe.
Yeah.
Except they're not albinos because they don't have pink eye.
And they're not in Australia.
And they're not in Australia. Other than that,
details.
From Africa.
Oh,
We're
dear.
in Africa.
they're not in South America
Australia.
either. Take that.
Yeah. Tornado, you had your hand up?
Hey, I'm gonna propose a radical new idea, Claudia Albers. I'm going to propose this thing. It's called, animals start off on a continent that's joined up with the rest of them. But as that continent becomes waterlocked, the animals can't cross the ocean, so they evolve independently. The other animals on a continent known as Australia. It's called plate tectonics, you moron.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would say you got to give her props for at least trying to address, the fact that the fact of how these marsupials apparently got from Turkey to Australia, and I mean, granted, guys, I think we need to consider this. Like, we've got two real explanations here. Either these particular marsupials evolved on a specific isolated area, meaning that there were more of them than other places in the world, or they're aliens. So, I mean, really, there's only one option here.
Oh, there is a third option. That she's an idiot.
Yeah.
Octopuses are known to be aliens.
Octopuses?
Octopuses.
Yeah, they did a James Bond movie all about that.
Yeah, octopuses. Sure.
Clams.
The second half. What?
Pussy.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Furball.
I still don't know how they got away with that James Bond title, but.
Oh, all of the one that was actually the funkiest one was Pussy Galore, because they actually had to ask the Queen to make sure that it wasn't that they had to get her permission in order for it to be released in Britain, that it would be okay to do that, and she said okay.
Jeez.
Royal Highness,
that wasn't
may we
the
have
title, that was
Pussy
just
Galore.
the name of the character.
Yeah,
Royal Highness.
But still, they knew there was going to be some pushback
Oh yeah,
on
I
that.
know.
Oh yeah. And Chris Cullen, yeah.
Don't
I'm
get
taking
me
my hand
started
down
on the-
because
on
I
the
forgot
James
what I was
Bond
going to
lore.
say.
Okay. Sometimes that happens around here. All right, well let's continue on and see what else.
Yeah, how long do we have left on this fabulous tome?
Too long.
Don't you dare get us started on Tome.
Oh, can I read the super chat? Can I read the super chat?
Yes.
From our dear friend Vibrantly Brantley, $2 super chat, and he says, Casablanca.
Thank you for that one, Vibrantly. I do appreciate
We'll always
that.
have clams.
Yeah.
We will always have clams.
Omega Nuts, that was a good movie
crabs.
Yeah. I guess it's better than that.
Yeah. You will not always have crabs if you take the medicine as the doctor prescribed.
I like that Chris Costolis has renamed her. She's no longer Dr. Claudia Albers. She's Dr. Chlamydia Albers.
Chlamydia Albers.
Chlamydia?
Yes.
Oh
God!
God!
I think you mean
Why do I have a
Insult to
lyric
chlamydia,
going
but
through my
we'll
head
let it
right
go.
now?
No. You definitely mean Chlamydia Albers.
She's kind of a self-appointed infestation, isn't she?
Chlamydia.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Oh dear.
Oh, dear.
All right, I want to hear about the albino Australian giraffes.
All right,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah, you're going to be really not educated on this.
Tornado, put your hand down.
Planet. But even animals in Africa, since they are so different from animals found elsewhere, to the point that even the elephant in Africa is different from the one in India, suggests that these animal species also came from different Planet X planets. Thus the giraffes, they
Or environments that they would have to adapt to, and so therefore evolve differently.
What the hell does different Planet X planets mean?
It's whenever
Alright,
she
losing
doesn't
Chris.
understand something, they're from another planet.
Yeah. I think I heard Mom NATO first on the drink call on that one. We'll go over there first.
Yeah, elephants in India and elephants in Africa are from two different subspecies of the same animal because of the environments. The elephants in India are smaller, and their ears are different than the elephants in Africa. But that's pretty much the only.
Oh, but I don't think they're the same species, though. I think they're different genera.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me.
Their ears are smaller because they didn't
I
have to
think it's a
radiate the
different
heat as badly as
subspecies.
the
Right.
African one.
And that's why.
I think they can still interbreed without problems, but
Yeah, and the thing is, with the animals in Africa, they're different because they're from a different continent, and again, they had to grow up in a different environment. But there's lions and tigers in
Bears.
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my!
Sorry, you
I
walked
love
into
you
that
guys.
one.
We all
Lions
do
and
the
tigers
exact
and
same
clams,
dumb
oh
joke.
my.
But there's lions and tigers, and yes,
Oh my.
bears in oh my on different continents.
What about
throughout
clams?
the world. And yes, clams too. We can't forget the clams. The clams are
Exactly.
important. But there's still lions and tigers and bears and clams.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Yeah, you can't get out of that one.
You walked
Yeah.
right into that.
They're
Yeah.
all
We don't have any tigers, but we have lions and bear in my neighborhood
Oh.
here.
right. We have
They pumas?
mountain lions.
Yeah, cougars.
Cougars. Yeah, cougars are lions.
They're mountain lions. Same
Yeah.
animal.
Jen, you get wolves. Lions
Wolves.
and wolves.
We have wolves also, but not in this particular area. They're a
Right,
little far
but the
north.
point is that they're in different continents. Just because all the animals in Africa are not unseen on other continents. She's just blowing smoke out her ass because she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Yeah, because that would be too exhausting to study stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jen,
But she wrote it down, so it's got to be true.
Yeah, Mom NATO, if I
Yes,
could just
sweetheart.
summarize your thoughts into no.
No.
Just no.
No.
That's the Reader's Digest version.
No. Yes, I've got that look. No. No.
And, we
She's
did
the
have
same
a
species.
Come on.
we did have a new
Well, I need to
member.
make that a
Da Vinci.
ringtone.
Just a heads up, we did have a new member. Shadow joined us as a member, so thank you so much for that, Shadow. And let's see here. I'm trying to battle with a cat for a second.
Meow.
Let's go over to Chris Kelling with the hand up.
Okay, she's saying different Planet X planets. Now, is she talking dimensions? Or is she just
nowhere near
suffering
that.
from
Oh,
dementia?
no.
Eighth
Dementia.
dimension. Buckaroo Banzai. and
Okay.
Adventures or across the eighth dimension.
Yeah. Dr.
I waited a long time for
Lizardo.
that one. I'm sorry.
Don't
Yes.
pull on that. You don't know what it's connected to.
Aw.
Nice pants, man.
It's right there.
Well, apparently
his
Hillo
ass.
has his hand up.
See?
Thank you, Sean. So I mean, a couple people have covered on the multiple Planet X's, which God knows how that works. But also, like, I'm more confused by her other point about the biology. Oh, cat! I'm more confused by her biology point. Is like, oh, the elephants in Africa are different than the ones in India. So, okay, which ones are the aliens? And if they're aliens,
they're hybrids.
If both of them are aliens, then your whole point goes down the drain.
No,
because they're from different areas, and their whole point was that they're specific to one area. If only one of them is aliens, okay. So how can you possibly determine that one of them is so different from the other that one of them is aliens and the other's not? And also, how can they interbreed if they're
You've
aliens?
overthought that way past her.
It's just nonsense piled on top of nonsense.
Oh, okay, to help explain some of this history for you, Hillo, since a lot of people aren't really familiar with Claudia. When she talks about multiple Planet X's, she's talking about the multiple Planet X cores, where there are hundreds of them inside the atmosphere of the sun, which is why we can't see them.
What the fuck?
There are several hundred of Planet X cores in our atmosphere that are dropping off animals from time to time, causing floods and causing earthquakes. We just can't see them because she's stupid.
Sean,
it provides her stupidity provides a protective shield.
And the sad thing is you guys think I'm making this up?
No,
not even kidding.
That's why it's so sad
No!
because you're not making any of this up.
Okay, which article?
It's so stupid you can't make it up.
Sean, I trust you too much. You could not make up something that absurd.
Sean, I do not doubt whatsoever that you are getting this information from Claudia.
Claudia
But I
Albers.
just want to point out the fact that we are all dumber for having heard you repeat Claudia has
Suck
published.
intellect from us.
Yeah, see,
And you should feel ashamed for it.
Enjoy the drop.
I award you no points, and
Sean,
may God
just-
have mercy
Sean,
on
just-
your clam.
Just tell us, Sean, that you read that and didn't have it memorized.
Sadly, I've got a near photographic memory, so anything that she spouts, I never forget.
Oh, no.
Hers.
Tragic.
You poor soul.
Yes,
Anything
now
that
we
comes out of
have-
that woman's clam, Sean knows all of it.
Yes, Furball,
If I've heard her say it, I will never forget it because it's just stupidity beyond the level of flat earthers in most cases.
Okay, let me rephrase this. Let me rephrase this for everybody. Sword of Omens, give me dumb beyond dumb.
Yes. Okay. Now we have
There's
Arcady,
a
where everybody
reference I've not heard for a while.
Tornado, I just want you to look at the screen right now, and I
Yes?
want you to know that your mom is surrounded in pussy, and there's nothing hotter than that.
I'm going to correct you, Furball, because I have angry pussy all over this room.
Yeah. Only two of them.
I don't know if
Spraying all over the place.
It depends on the mood of the night whether I want happy pussy or angry pussy.
No,
Yes,
this is angry
Isn't that
pussy
an old
trying.
Sergio?
Hold on. Hold on, RJ.
Go
I got
ahead.
a bunch of angry pussy trying to reach into deep, dark cracks all over this room.
Oh boy, our imagination's all on overdrive now.
You guys are gonna
That's
make
why
me
I've
have
been
to
quiet
leave.
for the last half hour. I'm actually trying to keep the cats from getting to the birds in the closet.
Yeah.
Why are the birds in the closet?
The cats don't eat them at
Because
the
we can
moment?
shut the doors when the cats are loose, so they won't go after the birds.
You had to ask, didn't you?
Well,
Look, they'll come out. Look, they'll come out of the closet when it's their time. whenever you're ready.
Exactly.
Yeah, when the cats are in their cat
No
room,
bird before it's time.
Okay.
when the cats are in the cat room for their daily feedings, whatever else, the closets stay open for the birds to have light.
Okay.
But when the cats are loose in the house, we have to close those so the birds don't try to actively eat the cats don't try to eat the birds.
So the cats
And
don't
when
try
the
to
cats
actively
are
eat them.
loose, they start doing a really avant-garde jazz band.
Well,
Yeah.
tonight the cats
They're
figured
cool
out.
cats.
Tonight the cats all figured out that the birds are in there. So they're reaching under there, terrifying the birds, and like getting some of the feathers that have fallen out from them flapping around.
All tippy
And they're
headed.
pulling the feathers out and chewing on them. So I've been trying to rustle the cats up from all four hanging out in
Cat
front of the closet door,
rustling.
just reaching.
Oh, so you're trying to herd cats.
Yeah, I got
Does
a
not
nice
work.
I got a nice cut on my foot now from one of their back claws.
You know what you
Easy
do?
as herding clams.
So yes, I've got 4 angry pussies in my room right now. that are
Not
just
4,
trying to
thank
reach
you.
everywhere.
I've got one that won't leave me alone over here, and the other one over here somewhere.
This discussion has now already become more knowledgeable than the video we were watching.
Yeah.
Knowledgeable is a strong adjective.
And I want to jump back to the side chat for just a second. I think it was Cajun Crustacean that brought back I am Iron Clam.
Oh dear.
And I would like to mention
The man in the iron clam.
Oh yeah.
and I would like to mention 2 things. One, so many cats, so few recipes. And and 2, moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh darn, our scheme has
That
failed.
was a 20-minute stall,
catastrophe.
guys. You did a
Shut up, Sean.
20-minute stall.
Well, I do want
Bill
to say
still
that.
has his hand up. I don't.
I do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Never mind. My bad.
So I scrubbed forward a little bit in the video just to kind of see where we were at because we were only about 3 minutes in.
Oh my god.
And I went forward about 4 minutes, and she finally looks like gets to dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So and mind you, it's not far below the white giraffe, so it took her 4 minutes to get from one paragraph to the next.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
wait,
We shouldn't
no,
judge. It
that's
took you
alright.
guys 3 hours to get through the past.
Hey, you know what?
Give her 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Can we just go back to last week's yoga and detox and play it without the audio?
Can we
All right.
like
For a while,
put
you can
our
do that on your own
audio
time.
in?
I've already done it several times since then. I'm just.
Well, you had other
Alright.
sound effects going.
My God.
Well, let's continue on and see now if she can bring up her point.
Surface gravity
Not gonna
than
have
Earth.
one.
This locust planet will thus be kept by the aliens as a breeding ground for locusts, which they then call upon when they want to create locust plagues on the Earth. The dinosaurs most likely also come from a small planet or came from a small planet. And with a low surface gravity, as some of the dinosaurs are huge and thus would not be able to easily adapt to life on Earth unless they were aquatic. Thus the crocodile, the alligator may have come from such a planet. The
Drink?
Loch Ness Monster may.
Oh.
Crocodiles and alligators are not dinosaurs. So
pretty damn
I mean,
close.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
No, they're crocodilomorphs.
But they're linked to the dinosaurs.
I mean,
Guns,
it depends on
birds
the evidence,
are.
but they're not.
So are dragonflies. Moving on.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
They have also come from one of the dinosaur Jurassic Park planets. I.e., dinosaurs come from a planet, not from a particular stage of Earth's history. That's what I mean by that.
Drink, by the way.
Oh my
Chris.
god.
Okay, she was mentioning chickens earlier as one of the normal animals. Aren't birds descendant of dinosaurs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Aren't chickens birds?
Yes.
No, they're usually.
Oh, what else floats on top of water? Tiny little pebbles?
Ducks.
Okay, that's all
It's
I
a
want.
fair
That's
court.
just the point I wanted to make there.
And all right.
Hey, speaking
Jen,
of
you
birds
had your
and
hand
such,
up
I'm
as well.
Yeah, I got my hand up. Sorry.
No, that's okay. What's up?
Yeah, my point was she said any dinosaur that was in the water. Well, if that's the case, where are all the aquatic dinosaurs that did exist? Well, I know plesiosaurs and that weren't technically dinosaurs,
Megalodon.
but where are they now? Or is she talking about Loch Ness monsters?
Megalodon
She actually
is
said
on
the Loch
History
Ness
Channel.
monster.
Oh, did she? She's
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Megalodon.
Well, that's just
didn't
disappointing.
mention
Yeah.
Megalodon.
Well, Megalodon was
See,
later.
now I thought
The
Trump was
dinosaurs
Megalodon.
shark.
Yeah.
Isn't that his name?
No,
No, he's
he's the
Megatron.
orange mango.
That's
No, he's the
that's
orange
minor
mango.
Ladon.
Oh, okay. I knew Don
Dicklestone.
came in there somewhere.
And Tornado, you had your hand up?
Dicklestone.
Well, yeah, I'm basically sitting here saying that Claudia Albers claimed that birds are normal animals, and then claimed that dinosaurs, and by extension birds, come from the Jurassic Park planet.
Chlamydia.
So I guess you could say that Claudia Albers is picking up, or is displaying a bit of foul play.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like totally a dad joke.
Yes, it is.
I can see
Thank
that
you,
being
I'll be here
something
all
that-
week.
I can see that being something that Furball has said to
God.
his kids.
Thanks, Jess.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Omnado,
Yeah.
you are performing a great service.
Oh.
Just you have to deal with his dad jokes
Yeah.
all the time. Versus we only have to deal with them once a week.
Well, you know what? His shit jokes are even worse. I play Elite Dangerous, and one of the things that you can transport is
Feces.
Yeah, shit, basically. And I had a ship attack me and take my shit, literally. And I had almost 2 hours of shit jokes.
So I guess you were having a really shitty day.
Oh God, we have to move on and get away from this as quickly as possible.
Please.
Yeah.
Tornado, put your hand down.
Oh my God, we're begging for the
Those goofy
stupid now.
jokes.
Oh my
I guess you could say she lost her shit.
Okay, Claudia
let's
Albers would be
just
sweet relief.
Sean, do
move
your
on.
job.
All right.
Mute him, please.
Here we go, guys.
Statement there. Aquatic animals, as they are supported by water for most of their existence, may be able to better adapt to the stronger gravitational attraction on Earth. That's
Drink!
why the crocodile, the
Oh, no.
She recognizes gravity as a force.
Moving on.
Let's see if we can get
Progressive.
through a little bit more of it.
Night Furball.
Not me.
Furball.
Nope, not
Furball.
Not
Oh,
Furball.
Good
Not
night,
Furball.
Furball.
Good
Not
night, Furball.
It's always sad when you
Furball,
leave.
good night.
Apparently everybody wants
I
Furball
hope
to
you
go.
sleep very well. And
Sons of bitches.
No, we don't want you to go, but I mean, now your wife wants you to go.
don't let the bed bug
No.
fight.
Globe.
Glober
Global
Bomb is
Mom.
leaving.
Oh, night,
leaving.
Glover Mom.
And
Yeah,
I was
I'm a
saying
little
goodnight.
tired.
Wait a minute.
Mom.
Glover Mom and Furball are leaving at the same
No,
time.
Furball's not
No!
leaving.
Furball is not leaving.
Damn it! You weren't supposed to leave just yet. Supposed to
Oh,
leave
there he goes.
separately. Oh, you ruined it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my.
Say goodnight to Glover Mom.
Good night, Glover
Night,
Mom.
Glover Mom.
Thanks for coming
Glover
again,
Mom.
Glover Mom. All
Well,
right, now that we got that straightened out.
Furball, come back to us.
Yeah. Furball's
We
like,
miss you
"Yeah, screw
dearly."
it. Everybody told me to leave.
I'm
All
back.
right,
He emerges from shadow.
here we go, guys.
Alligator, which mainly
That was kinda
live
creepy.
in the water, and the Loch Ness Monster
my
may have been
God.
able to adapt. But the fact that there are huge numbers of fossils on Earth showing these dinosaurs when they are not present in huge numbers now shows that they were not taken into the Ark and thus cannot be Earth indigenous species. The
Drink!
fossils are
Yeah, like,
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Drink!
whoa. I mean,
Drink.
Yes,
Yeah,
Tornado.
Let's just say the entire fossil record would have to disagree with you, as well as every single other piece of evidence on Earth that shows that dinosaurs were not deposited onto Earth's surface, but arise through various forms of natural selection, and also this wonderful thing called evolution, you fucking retard!
And Mom NATO, you had your hand up?
Yeah, there's the fact that the dinosaurs and Noah come from two different eras, for one thing. They're not even connected by millions of years.
They had the
Yeah,
same
well, I
agent.
was trying to point out earlier.
in your
Yeah.
brain.
I mean, my God, woman, either you're talking about Christianity theories or you're talking about the theory of evolution, which happened 65 million years ago versus 2,000 years ago. Big difference.
She's mostly just talking out her ass, though.
Well, yes.
Oh
Well,
no.
talking out her ass
Talking
and
out
saying
your
her
ass
shit don't
again.
stink.
Yeah,
And her shit
exactly.
stinks really bad.
It does. Yes, Furball, you have your hand up?
Her comparison was the fact that in the fossil record there are not a large amount of these species as compared to what's alive today. And what I'd like to, which is an accurate statement, but if you were to erase all life on the planet right now and find out how many deer you could find in the fossil record, you would assume that there are no deer on the planet right now.
Right.
Because 100% of the things that are alive today do not become fossils tomorrow.
Right.
And just a little bit of research would understand that, and you would know that. But Dr. Claudia, who can't even pronounce her own name, Claudia, seems to think that's a reason that things that are in the fossil record in small numbers means that that's why they don't exist. And they may have came from another planet.
Yes,
You're also forgetting that Claudia only research is her own writing.
Yeah, it's for me. It's like
Yeah.
the fact that there's not even any presented reasoning. Like literally, her premise is there is stuff which used to be alive and used to exist, which is not now. So the only explanation is that they're aliens who've been brought here after Noah's flood. Like there's not. It's not that there's. It's not even that there's the reasoning is poor. It's that there's no reasoning present.
Yeah.
Well, when you put it
Noah's
that way,
flood.
I'm kind of convinced.
Yep, but it
Robot,
wasn't
go back into
Noah's
the corner.
It was the aliens who did the flood.
Yeah, go think about what you've done.
Well, let me take a look here and just see.
Oh my god.
So we are coming up on 3 hours.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but this is
on.
also
We
been
have
one of the best
6 a.m.
movie nights I've had in a while.
You got a record to beat here.
Yeah, I told you.
Wait, hold on. Are any of the citations not
I
heard?
thought there was other things that
No.
Tornado liked to beat.
No, every single citation is heard. That's good to know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jen.
So it's up to you guys. We can continue on or we can call it for the night.
Well, how close are we to the end here?
Not very.
Oh.
We're
I'd say
only about
Let's
halfway
call it.
through.
She's
we
done
can
my
call it.
head in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's the general consensus among the chat as well.
I just
Can we
wanted
make
to
can we make
get-
an ongoing resolution here that we will
No
never
more
have chlamydia in 2 films in the same night?
No more chlamydia
I'm
out.
down with that resolution.
It's just not allowed.
We'll only ever have one Claudia film a night.
Okay.
Okay.
Deal. I'll come
right.
back.
All right, good. Anything to make
I
you come
just-
back, Jen?
I just wow her. I was hoping that there would be something
Redeeming.
logical. I was an idiot. I'm sorry.
You must be new to this.
You're so trusting, so naive.
New to Claudia.
I know. I've only been on the show for what, a month maybe now? A month and a half? 2?
Yeah, it's one of those wow.
Yeah, it's been
Just
about 3
yeah,
months.
wow. I mean,
I
wow. Yeah. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
I don't think it's been
Maybe
3
for a while.
months yet. Maybe. Maybe.
No,
3.
you've been here for almost half a year. You were on
No.
You've
your
been here
first
longer than that,
movie night.
Mom NATO.
In the background.
Well, in the background, yes, but I'm actually saying appearing on the videos. Oh, what is your problem?
You've been on the videos since November.
Have I really? Oh God.
Yeah.
It's been that long?
Yep, that's the correct reaction.
Fuck, my mind gone.
Time
Bravo.
flies when your brain goes numb.
Yeah.
Are you? Hey, you want to say hi?
All
Do you
right.
wanna say
So
hi?
we made it
No.
up to 31 drink calls for the night, so that's quite a good number.
Speak? No, speak.
Well,
You gotta say hi. Come
Not
here.
you, furball.
Hey, speak. He's going. He'll sneeze. He'll rub his face on my bed. Hey,
Yeah.
I have a name.
Shadow. Shadow.
Furball.
Speak. Rough. No, come on. Rough. No.
Oh. Oh.
All right. Well, do we have any final thoughts from our panel members for the evening?
Oh, there he goes.
What was that video where Sean's birds were pissed off?
All of them.
All of them?
All of them. All of them.
Name one.
Every single one.
Yes.
Well, I'm talking about that one where they were so pissed off they were banging their cage.
That was last week.
That was last
I
week.
think so. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Alright.
they didn't appreciate the yoga video.
No, they really didn't. All right. Well, do we have anything
Furball was
that
appreciated for
any
them.
of our panel members
Yeah.
wanted to shell out for before we head out? Terry or RJ or
Well, I have one final thought.
yes. Tornado?
Claudia Albers, in the words of Team Skeptic, you are a fucking idiot. Ding!
Yes, absolutely.
I can't disagree with that.
And Furball, you had your hand up.
I
Furball.
I don't know if you mentioned it at the beginning. I am running a Moonlight experiment with the input of the community. Thank you for having me on tonight. As you know, last month or so, for some reason, you let me keep coming back and getting drunk with you all.
Oh, we like you.
Oh, thank you.
It's just your
But-
microphone.
It's a very nice microphone.
It is.
It is.
Well, he's showing us his balls, at least one of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've been married for 20 years. I only get to have possession of one of them.
Oh!
That's
That's what it
true.
boils down to.
Well, congratulations on your 20 years.
Well, thank you. Thank you
You're
very much. This week I put out a video. I have not put out a video in like 5 months, so it was kind of a big thing. I am running another experiment. I ran a Cavendish experiment last year. Now I'm running an experiment testing if moonlight is actually cooling or not. A little hint, it's not. But I'm going to test it anyways.
Yeah.
And in the side chat here is my channel. Please go subscribe and stuff. And thank you, Sean, and everybody else that has given me some input over the next month or so. I'm going to do some rigorous experimentation with a telescope and have some fun out in the moonlight. Thank you.
Yes, and yeah, definitely everybody go subscribe to Furball, please. He does put out great content. He actually does these experiments and puts actual work into them. So definitely go and check it out. And we had Chris Kelling with his hand up.
Yes, I finally got off my butt and actually started doing some video editing. Realized I've forgotten how fun or how much fun I always find editing. And I was very lucky to find that the computer I'm using survived the edit process, at least so far. I have pretty much a rough cut of that video on my channel now, which I'm posting in chat.
Okay.
And it's nothing to do with flat Earth or yet. It's dealing with a contact I made with on ham radio over in North Dakota. I am looking to do some experiments dealing with Radio Horizon and proving that the horizon does exist. And also things like Terminator line, because you cannot have a gray line without Terminator line. Gray line is a beautiful thing for moving radio waves long distances, stuff like that. So that's some of the stuff that's coming up on my channel, as well as I promised I was going to do a thing on Mr. Thompson and his thing about proving intent and stuff like that. So that's also something that's coming up.
Hey, Chris, as our resident radio smart guy, do you think we can put together something on 5G and how all the bullshit is bullshit?
I can definitely put out what we know so far. I mean, and the fact that there's really nothing to it any more than what 4G is doing. It's just the fact that it has a shorter range than 4G.
Well, yeah, but don't do it now.
I won't do it now, but I mean, I'll work on it. I'll work up some graphics, throw them in Blender, and maybe even get some animation in there, stuff like that. So.
All right, and
I'll see what I can come up with.
We have RJ with his hand up.
Yeah, aside from having to point out it's a cute little pug that I apparently will be debating Nephilim Free on Sunday about the flood.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh my! So this
He's
is
still
like,
around?
My thoughts are with you.
Oh
RJ.
yeah, he's still around like dandelions in the summer.
All right.
It's amazing he doesn't. It's amazing he does.
Yeah.
It's amazing he rejects evolution, considering he's already a fossil.
Yes, well,
Ooh.
yeah, he's his first member of his family to walk upright, so I give him props.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Wow.
dear.
Oh.
What, the shade?
All right. Now, if anybody.
See, I was the
anybody
first person in my family to walk upright too.
Terry, you had your hand up?
I don't walk upright anymore.
Terry, you're muted.
Oh my gosh, we killed Terry!
You
bastards!
Come back to us, Terry.
Terry fell off the earth.
No, he's still there.
Well, we are down under, and it is
Yeah.
quite possible to do that.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah. He fell up.
If you
RJ,
jump
you
too
still
high,
had your
it breaks the
hand up
bond. And
myself,
away you
too.
go.
Am I here now? Yes, I am.
Yes,
There you
Terry.
are.
Yay!
I always forget if I'm muted on the headset for some strange reason.
Oh my!
What was I thinking now? Oh, yeah, that's right. I do my show again tonight, later on. What's today? Saturday. Yeah. Last night I did an in-between before pre-after show, and I managed to debunk a flurfer in one of the discords with a video that they were trying to use for evidence of CGI tampering on a ISS, on the ISS type footage with an interview, and I went through to the channel that the person put out, and I found out that the blokes tried to make out that the movie was taken, the video was taken down from the original source, but I found the original source. and debunked the video last night, and also on the Discord channel at the time. So that was one of my first debunkings at the spur of the moment. And then continuation tonight would be the ancient technologies. We're up to forging and blacksmithing tonight, so we'll see how that one goes.
Fun.
Sounds awesome. Definitely look forward to that. And yeah, everybody go check out Terry's channel. I can't speak tonight. Terry's channel.
And obviously you might see a special guest on our panel now and again. Anyone from Dr. Phil, Big Blue, Bob the Science Guy, Stingray, just to name a few.
Awesome. Well,
About
thank
time
you
I
for
dropped
that,
in on
Terry.
you again, Terry.
And RJ, you had your hand up, so?
Oh, did I? Oh, I'm terribly sorry. That was.
That's okay.
Buy RJ's damn book.
And
Yeah. I have a little itty bitty book out there with Jackson Wheat. The
Yeah,
rocks
little
were there.
tiny
That
one.
is a great paperweight and can also be used to brain creationists with.
Yes. And Jen, you had your hand up?
I've got a couple of videos coming out over the next few days. One of them is about a GMO denier, well, anti-GMO person. Another one about an anti-vaxxer. Yeah, there's a few things. I've got a few other projects on, like Jen. Doing a project with Jen Aldrich, which is going to be called Genocide, which is basically going to be myself and her and a few other of the gens in the community appearing just to give the gen perspective to the world, because we are the collective and you will all be assimilated.
That's right.
Awesome.
Your technological uniqueness will be adapted to.
Well, not yours, because it obviously doesn't exist on Ada.
Your technological.
Yeah. Well, thank you for
This
that.
internet will be added to our own.
Jen, you also had your hand up?
Yeah, I just wanted to invite anyone in the chat who wanted to stop by my place. I have this new conditioner, and it just smells so lovely.
Gee, your hair smells terrific.
You'd be welcome to give it a sniff. That's all.
Incoming, guys. I might be forced to end the call a little early because apparently my wireless link adapter thingy might have just completely ate shit.
No, you're still there.
Yeah, we're still hearing you.
No, you're gone. You'll have to leave now.
We're never going to hear more about the Cobra.
Oh my God.
Furball, you had your hand up?
I know I mentioned this earlier, and I want to wait until everyone else was done with their own personal plugs. But thank you to the side chat for your support, your endorsement, and your involvement in this channel, and the clams. Absolutely, the clams.
Yeah, don't forget
because
the clams.
as Sai said so many times, that those of us here on the panel are just here to be stupid. And it's those of you in the side chat that really make the show and
drive us.
Who really show us how to be stupid. I mean,
it
you guys
really
have
does.
it nailed.
And tonight felt like classic movie night. And I'll be honest that at times I got choked up a little bit thinking of the old days and combining with the new. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone that's watching in the side chat and to all of the panel members. And to Jess for continuing the torch. And God damn it, further people trying to laugh while I'm trying to be sentimental. Fuck you all.
You're ruining his wholesome moment.
Oh
Okay, go ahead. Be wholesome.
Like
sorry.
white bread.
Jen Morgan tastes like clitoris.
Clitoris.
That chewing gum that never loses its flavor.
Oh dear.
Oh my God, I think that's
thank you for your support there, Furball. I do appreciate it. And thank you to everybody in the chat. We do definitely appreciate all of your support, from memberships to Patreons and just to everybody coming. Phrasing. But yes, everybody showing up each Friday night makes it a movie night. Without you guys, there would be no movie night. So I do appreciate that, and thank you all for coming. And with that, I think we are gonna wrap up.
Good night.
So
night, everybody.
We will say good night.
Jessica, night, Jen.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, John Boy.
It's always